This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Biotropic Labs. Biotropic Labs is a company that makes its own natural and healthy custom formulated sports supplements. I tried them out. Paul has also tried them. We both like how we feel on them. It dramatically and positively improved our performance, allowing us to train and work out at a much higher level and with much more endurance. His products are built around a blood support and oxygen delivery. To learn more about their products, please visit them on the web at biotropiclabs.com. At checkout, use the promo code UNION10 to receive 10% off your order. Your order is also backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, zero-risk purchase. Again, that's biotropiclabs.com. Use the promo code UNION10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order.
This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by BJJ Tees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grappler Union Podcast. Paul Maloney alongside Anthony Zito. On this episode, we have Bernie Vendlinski in studio. Bernie's a brown belt under Andre Maneco, and he's the ring announcer for United Combat League. Enjoy.
I hate the 6 minutes. That's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me using any technique that works. Never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
Let's do it. We are live.
Hello. Sorry for keeping you gentlemen waiting.
Yeah, man. What's up?
I see Bernie cracked a beer immediately.
Immediately.
Well, I might as well, man.
Like
He said
that.
get comfortable, so here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened, man? Work?
Work, dude.
I haven't seen you at all this week. Actually, I saw you Monday.
Monday I trained.
That's it.
Yeah.
Monday.
That's it, man.
Fuck Paul.
Not only work, but just like work.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
keeping me long fucking hours.
So what is it exactly that, because I know you explained it to me, but Bernie was asking me, he's like, I'm like, he explained to me what the job is. It's McCormick Place, right?
Sounds like a
McCormick
good
Place.
gig,
Yeah,
whatever
it's a good,
it is.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice work. First of all, it's nice work because I like being able to shit in a toilet
Instead of a porta john,
instead
at
of
the
a
job
porta
site?
john or
Yeah.
sometimes a fucking bucket.
Right.
Swear to God, I've shit in a Dunkin' Donuts box before.
up.
Oh yeah,
On the job site.
On the job site.
You have no choice.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
it's, shit. I'm in, real estate and
Yeah.
construction too, and the mad shitter is a real thing. Like people shit in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bernie, you ever walk into a porta john and there's a bum in there?
No.
That's happened to me before.
Okay, that's a
couple
good
of
one.
times.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're
Just
sleeping?
like first thing in the morning, you go in there to take a piss, and they're just like passed out.
Oh, they're sleeping.
They're just sleeping or like
unfortunate.
junked out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really weird, and you're like, oh, god damn it, you know.
Do you wake them up?
Like you close the door and then you start kicking the side.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
start fucking with
You
them
don't know
until
what
they
you're gonna
leave.
get. Yeah.
That's true, I guess. Start swinging at you, dick out and everything.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah. Secondly, it's nice to take lunch that not sitting on a stack of drywall. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's
Yeah.
like tables and chairs there and shit.
Well, so now you're in McCormick Place. You're in the big
yeah. So
arena?
it's like, so you know the shows.
the new building.
There's so many different buildings. I mean, it's like the Las Vegas Convention Center. It's
Yeah,
So
but
you're
but-
like running cables and
Running
providing
cables.
the
But
power
But
for
you're not,
the
you're not
whatever
the old
setups they
McCormick
have.
Place, the black building.
Nice.
You're in the new building.
the new building. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I'm working the Fab Tech show that's starting tomorrow,
Okay.
which is like a bunch of machines,
Okay.
So a bunch of 480 power that needs to be hooked up to machines and this and that. And yeah.
480.
480.
Wow.
480 volts, man.
So do you bring all that into the building, or it's already circuited?
It's already there.
It's
You
already
just
there.
got to bring it to the proper
No one's
location.
requested 1.21 gigawatts.
Gigawatts. Getting jiggy with the gigawatts.
Yeah.
But no, it was funny because I was hooking up a 480 motor the other day, and it crossed phases and fucking blew up in my face.
Shut up.
Yeah, dude. Like a massive arc flash, just fucking boom, like a bomb goes off in your face, and I'm like, ugh.
God damn.
You know,
That's
so
scary, right?
Yeah. So
But
like,
why did it do that?
because I don't know if you've ever worked on like stranded cable. Like sometimes the strands like kind of get separated and they like stick out a little bit, and these two stuck out. So when I turned it on, it blew up in my face because they were touching.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so my head like jerked back or whatever. But after I was like, okay, that's good. My face isn't burnt. I could still see stuff like that,
Yeah,
you know. But I woke up the next
Got
day.
all the digits.
Yeah. I woke up the next day with fucking horrific like whiplash from just like jolting my head. My neck was like
man.
stiff as a board.
God.
But, yeah, so that's what's been going on with me lately.
I remember when I used to weld, we used to, like, if you looked at the arc, you know, your eyes would start having, you'd feel like you have salt in your eyes because
Yeah.
they would actually callus up. So you like blink.
No
and-
kidding.
Yeah. And you'd be like, what the fuck? Why do I have salt? But no, it's because your eyes were like getting blistered. Your
God
eyeballs.
damn.
A nasty enough arc flash, it'll feel like there's sand in your eyes, like
Yeah.
sandpaper every time you blink for like
No kidding.
for like hours after.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I mean, that's why you wear the visor, right?
Yeah. That's why you
Yeah.
wear the visor. Yeah. Yeah. I miss welding, man. I loved it a lot. Working with the hands. No, I got this.
The day moves definitely.
Yeah.
When you're working,
Yeah.
but
But my new gig is good.
yeah,
The new gig.
the gig.
Well, yeah.
It's not bad.
As I said, look at this place, man.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a hell of a
pretty cool.
setup.
And it's no Joe Rogan. Do you see his new setup?
No.
Holy
No, well,
shit.
yeah.
He
well,
moved. He moved studios.
When
He
you
moved to-
when you crack 2 million downloads
Yeah.
in an episode, you can
I mean, he moved to
you
a
can
he
add
moved to a
custom made
complex.
werewolf.
Oh,
and-
really?
Yeah,
all
it's
that
like a
other-
whole complex he moved into.
Dude, you're
Like,
gonna have to up your game, Zito.
dude. Yeah, right. No, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses. No,
Yeah.
thanks. But it was pretty cool. Like he's got a bidets in his fucking bathrooms now, and it's
Oh,
A
damn.
bidet?
a bidet.
That thing
Yeah.
that shoots water.
Yeah,
up your
shoots water.
ass?
up your ass.
Really?
He's got that warm
All
water.
right. Well, if he really wants to take it next level, he should put in those Japanese toilets. You know what I'm talking about?
think that's
they got
what
them
he
all over
has.
Japan. They're like electronic. They have a seat warmer.
Yes, that's exactly what he
They
has.
have a built-in bidet. I mean, they're crazy, dude. Like, I was in Japan. What was it? A little over a year ago. Like
Okay.
we were part of my honeymoon. My wife and I went there. And everywhere you go, even public restrooms, they have these things, and they're. There's it's almost like a remote control. So there's all these different features. Like some of them play music.
Really?
What?
Seat warmers. Yeah. You like press the button that has like the little musical note on it, and you start hearing this like weird Japanese electronic,
That's so strange.
Yeah. But like if you want to have like top notch toilet game, you got to put those things in.
Japanese are doing it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Man, they spend a lot of time on the toilet. I guess.
Yeah. They take it serious.
Wow,
What are they
I
eating?
did not know that.
What are they eating?
A lot of
Ramen?
ramen.
A lot of
Is that what
fish.
it is?
A lot of sushi. Yeah.
fish, yeah.
Sushi. Oh, I
As
guess.
they should.
Yeah, I guess.
You ever see that documentary, The Cove?
Yes.
You ever
No.
see that, Bernie?
Fill me in on this. Not
that's just
familiar.
Sad. That's the dolphin one, right?
Slaughtering dolphins by the
okay.
but like they use this like noise thing that like gets them to all just like scurry into this like canal into this cove. That's why they call it the cove.
I haven't seen that, but I don't know. I can't remember now if it was a TV show or like something on YouTube, but I've actually seen that where they're killing the dolphins like that, where they're just on top of each other.
yeah, but
that's messed up.
It's
man.
fucking weird. But it's just like dudes standing on this on a boat, just like with spears, just like
Yeah.
it's not even a humane death. It's just like
No.
they stab it, then the thing like flops around
Yeah.
and like drowns.
Yeah, in
you
its
know,
own blood.
In its own
right?
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, it is.
I've been
Crazy,
watching
man.
a lot of like on Netflix. I've been going through like The Hunt and all those like African documentaries about the deserts, and because Blue Planet 2 just came out on BBC. I guess it's not out in the United States yet, so we can't get it yet. But
Okay.
I like those.
What's Blue
Planet?
Yeah.
It's like David Attenborough, whatever his name is. He narrates those, and he's just got that voice that's like Like it's a good thing to fall asleep to,
Right.
You know, or good background music, or just to hear him talk is like so soothing, you know. So I'll just have it on, just listening to it.
Does it have like a little bit of a British twang
Yes,
to it?
of course.
Does it?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the quintessential documentary.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
It hits you legit for sure.
You either have to be Morgan Freeman or from Great Britain, you know, like one of the two.
Or Australia.
Australia,
Yeah, but it's like the subtle Australian or British
Yes, the
accent.
subtle, yeah.
Can't be like the shoe shine.
Right.
It's
No,
got to
right.
be like the soothing, soft.
Absolutely.
Maybe we
British.
should- maybe we
There's
should
got to
get-
be animals involved if you're
You could
Australian.
hire people to do voiceovers for you. Maybe we should do that for our commercials.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we could probably say, "Hey, this is what we want to say." They'll record it. Bam.
Going to
Get a
start outsourcing now?
Maybe a nice British girl accent.
Yeah, right? Good
You know,
idea.
BJJTs, you know, and nice this girl British accent.
Just roll. Yeah. Did you guys...
Might be good for sales.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, could help out. You know, help out Nick Mitria.
yeah.
He needs it.
You guys catch the fights last night?
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude.
UFC,
yeah.
what was it? UFC 217?
217, man.
Fucking
It was an amazing card.
Really good.
As much as I hate to admit it, I did not get to see it because I just moved into a new house yesterday.
Congratulations.
So thank you.
There's a tons of congrats going to him. Also expecting.
Yeah, we can get in. We can get into all this stuff.
awesome.
Yeah, my wife and I are expecting our first, so I'm super pumped about that.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
it's
So
awesome. Yeah. So no phone, no internet yet. Or Wi-Fi rather.
Right.
So
Oh, boy.
yeah, no fights.
Yeah. There's
Fortunately.
nothing to do. That's why you're expecting.
That's part of it, man.
Can't watch TV. And
So it's you moved out from your old house. So is everything in storage, and now you're just kind of moving in, or is everything
Well,
settled
everything's at the house now.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
was in storage. Like the past few months were just kind of just crazy because it was like sold the condo, started looking for places. We found something, but the timing just didn't work out because it was under construction. So we put like half of our stuff in a storage unit, moved into an apartment in Jefferson Park for the last 2 months until the house was done. And then yesterday we moved everything out of the apartment, out of the storage, into the house.
Wow,
So everything's there, but it's
a mess.
yeah. I mean, everything's still in boxes. It's it's gonna
That drive me crazy.
yeah. So now I'm playing like beat the clock before I get the neck fixed to try to get like everything set up.
right.
You know,
So maybe now that people know, obviously, that you have pretty serious neck injury.
no, we can get into this. Yeah,
I'd
that's fine,
I'd like
man.
to get into that
It's
before
interesting.
we get into 217.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you've been doing jiu-jitsu. You're a 4th stripe brown belt.
Correct.
You've been doing jiu-jitsu for
This is 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
And prior to that, you were in football since you were 8 years old. You were telling
Yeah,
me?
I played football from the time I was 8 years old until I graduated from college. So all those years, lots of damage. Basically, what's going on is life is giving me the receipt for not being kind to my body.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I can't tell you how many like concussions I had playing football, or like what do they call them, like pre-concussive events. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Head
none of
trauma.
it's good.
Right.
I mean, we were talking about this a little bit before we went on. Back in the day, even when I was playing, I mean, this is only 15 years ago, but they didn't look at concussions and neck injuries the way that they do now. Like back then, it was like you got your bell rung, you went back in. It's like and if you're like, coach, I'm seeing stars, or I'm like, one of my I just see like white light in one of my eyes. Like I've had all that kind of weird shit happen.
Walking
like
off.
you'd lose your spot. Like
Yeah.
if you came out of the game for that. And they also taught you to lead with your head, lead with your face. So every time you hit somebody, boom, you're leaning with your head. Where's it go? It all goes to your neck.
Yeah.
So my C6 and C7 are shot. Is basically the long and short of it. So
Yeah.
they're both kind of like coming apart.
Right.
I guess is the easiest way to describe it. Like when I was looking at the MRI with my doctor, I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because it's I have stenosis too, which means like the space where the nerve runs down your spine, like
Okay.
that's like cramped. So that's like where the weird nerve stuff's coming. And I also have a bone spur in one of the nerve canals, and I have bone spurs in my spinal cord.
Is that from the impacts?
Yeah, it's just like, it's basically like your vertebrae start breaking apart. And then those little pieces of bone got to go somewhere. So they just kind of like settle in places where they shouldn't be.
And so what type of surgery? I mean, since it sounds like there's a lot going on, but so how do they start to figure out what to do first, and like, what's the plan?
Well, they open you up from the front, and then they actually replace both discs. So they'll be gone, and they clean up all the other bone spurs and whatever else is going on, and then they put an implant in place of each of the discs, and then they fuse it to the one above and the one below. So I'm basically going to have like synthetic discs,
is that gonna,
robo-neck.
Yeah, but is that going to be like, since they're attaching it to the top and bottom, is that going to like ruin some kind of like nerves?
No, it's actually going to improve it. Like I've talked to people who've had this stuff done.
Because when they say fuse, I mean, like the rotation, like just you moving around, isn't going to be like stiffer because you're not going to have a lot of mobility?
No, with the neck, I don't know all the ins and outs of this, but from what I understand is that if it's in the neck, it's not so bad. If you have it done in your back, like you get it down in the lower back, then it can be a bigger issue. Because I know people who've had both done, and everybody says that like right after the surgery, like immediately, like all the crazy nerve pain and the numbness in the fingers and all the stuff I have going on, like that's just like done immediately.
Yeah.
Like it fixes that like that. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you're getting tingling all the way down your fingers?
Oh, it's worse than that, man. Like
that's so weird. Where, down the left side?
Yeah.
See, that would freak me out like I was having a heart attack or something. Like, it was so
weird.
My arteries are clogged, like how the left arm goes numb? That would fuck me up.
Yeah, like it started off with just like tingling and like burning sensations, and then it's just turned into like my left pointer finger and thumb have been numb for like almost 2 months. The numbness comes and goes in the middle finger.
Yeah.
Then I get it like in the back of my hand and then all the way down my arm.
Yeah.
Like runs up through the shoulder into the neck.
So you're pretty much no lifting, no.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can get back into anything.
Which is so unfortunate because you just this past year you just got back into competition. And you won, and it's like, fuck.
Bernie's won the Chicago Open at every belt rank.
But I mean, you just and then you came back this year, and
well, not at brown belt because I didn't get the chance.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when the neck I withdrew like the last training was Wednesday. Woke up on Thursday and like I almost couldn't get out of bed. I was in so much pain. This was before I had any idea really what was going on.
Right.
But I just knew and I was even like entertaining the idea of still trying to compete.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're supposed to come to. Well, you did come with us.
I did still go for the trip just because I knew it was going to be such a good time.
What did you do? You did grappling games?
I did. That was my one and only tournament at brown belt was the grappling games.
And you did win.
I won. Yeah. Yep. Didn't get a point scored on me.
Nice. Yeah. Of course. Bernie's a beast. Like, I don't know if you've ever rolled with him, but he's really fucking good.
Of course I roll with
him. He's not a...
You're too kind.
He's not a guy who taps either. Like I was saying...
remember the triangle of destiny? I was just thinking about that earlier.
I was thinking about that because when you came in and said, like, my neck is super fucked and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, it's not your fault.
No,
dude.
I know that, but I was thinking... And you're like, it's been going on for a while and stuff. And like, I just thought, like, I hit Bernie in like a triangle a month ago for like 3 straight minutes and he wouldn't tap,
Yeah.
To me, like, that's.
He wouldn't tap, or the triangle wasn't tight enough.
I was
tap him.
really.
It was close a couple times.
Yeah, I was really.
A couple times.
Yeah. Well, like, I'll throw a little sidecar here.
Okay.
This is just like a training tip for people. Like, if you get in a choke at practice, don't tap until you're going to pass out.
Okay.
Like when you start seeing stars and you're going to go out, because everybody knows what it's like after you've been training a while.
Yeah.
But if it's a choke, fight like hell to try to get out of it.
Right.
Because you're going to get caught in something in a tournament. Like if you compete and if you don't test yourself in practice and figure out how far you can go, you're not going to be able to do it when you're live.
Agreed.
I mean, and if you pass out at practice, you wake back up, man.
Who cares? Yeah.
It's no big deal. And in a tournament, especially if, all the reputable organizations, those guys are brown belts, they're black belts that are reffing.
Yeah.
So they know, like, if they see you caught in something, they're going to be like right there. Of
course.
Yeah.
So like if you lose the fight and you pass out, like they're going to stop it, like that.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to worry about.
Right. And your opponent will feel you go limp and
I don't know about that.
what do you mean?
Sometimes.
Yeah, maybe not every time. I would, yeah.
I wouldn't rely
you
on
would
my
think
opponent.
most people would, but
But the
maybe
thing
not.
is, like, people think, like, oh, well, is this guy going to hold it for, like, an extra second or two? I don't think so, man. Like, I know when I'm choking somebody, I'm letting go as soon as they tap because I'm fucking tired,
right?
man.
Yeah,
I want to,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I wanna rest.
I'm done squeezing, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel that tap and I'm like,
yeah,
release,
yeah, absolutely.
Sweet release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot, because that's the other thing. Like, if you're really fighting, the other guy's going to start thinking, like, oh shit, my arms are going to gas. Am
Yeah.
I going to be able to get it? They start thinking about it.
I mean, I won't tap to, like, quick. I want you to make sure. I try to be a really good training partner.
Yeah.
I want to make
Yeah.
sure, when Pierre, he puts me in a choke, he's gonna choke me. I'm not
Yeah, it
just
doesn't
gonna
do
tap
the
to
other
him.
guy
Doesn't do
any
him
favors either.
Because when Pierre and I go and he gets me and chokes a lot. I'm not gonna lie. He's
Well,
good.
Pierre's very talented.
Very
I mean,
good.
he gets a lot of people
and
in a
it's
lot
silly,
of stuff.
It'd be disrespectful for me to be like, oh, just tap. Even
Right.
though I'm not choked,
Right,
Because then
right.
he's not going to, his technique will be off because he's competing at these high levels.
Right.
And at the high levels, those guys aren't tapping at silliness. They're not going to just be like, oh, okay, I just tapped.
No, you're gonna have to get it.
You're gonna have to get
You're
it.
gonna have to get
so,
it. Yeah.
I make sure that I fucking
Definitely.
I'll go deep.
But I've trained with like a strained neck before and a
Sure.
fucked up neck, and if someone slaps a triangle in on me, I tap. I'm not
Well, if
even
you're
going to
injured.
No, if
fight
you have
it
an injury,
because I'm trying to like.
no, don't be a practice
No,
hero
don't
either.
be like that.
And on the flip side of that coin, if it's a joint lock, just tap. Don't be stupid.
No.
Because if you
Funny coming from Bernie, because Bernie, I guess you broke your arm, right?
I broke my own arm,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I'm
Bernie
probably-
broke.
yeah.
So Kyle had him in a bicep slicer, and Bernie pulled his arm out with so much gusto that he broke his own arm.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
What the fuck? That's
Ask
crazy.
Kyle about it. That was crazy. Well, see, that's when I learned my lesson.
Wait,
right?
That's why Kyle was on probation, bro. Because you pulled your arm out with so much vigor.
Yeah.
So he had you in a bicep slicer
Yeah, and it was like,
from full guard. What was the position?
he had my sleeve,
Okay.
and I had passed but didn't break the grip. So he still had my arm kind of between his legs.
Right.
Okay.
And he locked the bicep slicer, and I knew it. And I was sitting there, and I'm, this is just my own. This is when my ego got the better of
Sure,
me. So
right.
this is a good lesson for everybody to
Hard-headed
learn
bastard.
too. Yeah. So like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I just passed. I'm already kind of tired. I don't feel like going back and working it over. Like, God damn it, he weighs 160 pounds. I'm yanking my fucking arm out. Well, I yanked my arm out all right.
Yeah, you did.
I almost left half of it,
So what kind of break was it?
I'll show you, man. I mean, we can start looking at. Hey, man, I wear these things like badges. I love it. I have 3 elbows on my right arm. Like, check that out.
Yeah.
This is what that was the break with Kyle.
Okay.
This was when I broke it playing football.
Oh my god.
Right. So I've broken that arm twice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Your
Yeah.
arm looks like the Rocky Mountains, bro.
It does.
Yeah, dude. Look at that thing. Yeah, I mean, if you make it through life without any scars, you haven't done anything worth
I've
talking
never
about.
broken a bone.
Me either.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you guys got
Not
scars.
living.
though.
Not living yet.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Not enough.
Not enough, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if
But like fingers, I've like fractured fingers.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But I've never like
I've
broken my
sprained
arm
everything.
Yeah, I've never had any major like.
Yeah.
Thank God. Not
No,
gonna-
you don't want to have anything major, but I
No.
mean, if you do this, you're gonna get injured.
You're gonna get
like
banged up,
it's
for sure.
it's not a might be, it's a certainty.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when and what's it gonna be.
Right.
Right.
I mean it's we're not playing checkers.
Yeah,
I mean
right.
We're not.
this shit's full contact.
Yeah,
I
it
mean
is.
that's what happens. But
Yeah.
you kind of have to have a screw loose to a certain degree to be
Right,
comfortable with that stuff. But that's part of what makes it so thrilling. It's
See,
actually
though,
dangerous.
This
I
is a
love
full
it.
contact sport.
Yes, it
I don't
is.
know why you give me so much grief
Oh, you know
when I
what?
go hard with you. Because I'm one of the few guys that actually will.
I don't know. I don't believe so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't believe so. I think other guys go hard with me.
I don't know about that. And not as hard as I'll go with you. Like I'll give you 100%.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
will. Yeah, for
you
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're definitely more comfortable with me, but you also know my game really well, and just shuts me down at every
that always
turn.
helps.
But Zito sometimes thinks that like I have like a vendetta against him in while we're grappling. You know what I mean? Like I've done that. Like when someone like turtles and you get like the over under on them, and then you do the forward roll and take their back. I've done that to you before.
course,
Zito's like, does that make you feel good to do that to a 130 pounder? You know what I mean? I've hit that on fucking everybody in the gym, dude. I don't like do certain shit to you. Oh, he's tiny. I'm gonna take advantage of this. You know?
Waiting for the little guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was rolling with.
I did that at the Chicago Open, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, you were taking video of it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, refer back to your video, sir.
Back to my video. I was rolling with this past weekend. I was rolling with first degree black belt came in. I cannot remember his name, but he was like all pressure. Like he didn't try to like I tapped his side control. Ooh. He was that heavy on me.
He gave you that Seraphin Burt Reynolds side.
Yeah. It was brutal. I'm like, I just can't do it. By the end of we rolled for about 10 minutes and 30 seconds, no break.
Yeah.
That was all by accident. It was Kyle's fault, actually. Kyle tricked me into rolling another 6.5 minutes with him.
Right.
So, and then by the time I was done, my legs were so gassed by just trying to keep him off. But his pressure, it was incredible, man.
Nice.
It was really good. And man, obviously he's a lot bigger than me, but
those compact guys, that
good.
frame is just built for side control and shoulder pressure.
But even though I retained guard once, I was able to get back to full guard once with him. And that was like a huge accomplishment for me.
Sure.
And he's like, he actually said that was good. I'm like, thank God I didn't give him. But, he wasn't trying to go for anything crazy. He wasn't like, obviously could have just done whatever he wanted to me.
Yeah.
But he was working a certain game. And, even though it was just pressure, after I was done rolling, I was like, oh, that was a great roll. Even though we really didn't do much in that roll. But still, what I took out of it was, it's just great.
Yeah.
Just feeling that, just knowing I could, even though I tapped that to that side control, but that pressure was something, man.
Yeah,
it just makes you think. When someone's that big on you and they're just driving their shoulder into your neck and your face and your jaws crunching, you're just like, just relax, breathe, and just try to just make any little bit adjustment to be somewhat more comfortable in that situation. Little minute adjustments.
Yeah.
And that's all I try to do is just make little adjustments in my game for whoever I'm rolling with, just to release some pressure and to move them around. Because I'm so little. I roll with Aaron. He's huge.
Right.
He can literally just lift me up and just throw me around if he wanted to.
Aaron's a handful. I mean, even for me, he was always a handful.
He's nice to me.
He just got his blue belt, but he's gotten so much better in like the last 5, 6 months.
He's a tough kid.
Really,
I mean,
But even rolling
doubt
with
about
him,
it.
he'll let me do what I need to do, and obviously he doesn't just overpower. He could do that easily,
right?
But it's still, I try to like roll with those bigger guys.
Yeah.
But then I roll with Paul. Paul is obviously not as big as Aaron, and yet he just destroys me at will. Like and I don't know, and it's like because I'm more comfortable with Paul, and then he just like
there's a level of comfort, and then
he just
there's
like
also
throws me around and just like does
it's
what
a weird
wants.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why right now.
Please.
Because you don't attack.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about shit.
Okay. Well, there's
leg locks. Leg locks you can worry about.
Right.
That's it.
But I swear to God, in the last 10 times we rolled, I would say you haven't attacked me in months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do I have to be think about?
Exactly.
I'm all offense then.
Yeah,
There's always people in training that get your number too.
Yeah.
That I can think of a bunch of people over the years. It was just like a lot of them don't even train anymore.
Right.
But it was like at that time, like they were another white belt or another blue belt, and it was just like, no matter what I do, I can't get over on this guy.
Yeah.
I would do better with higher belts sometimes even than these people. And it's just like a weird thing. you know,
but that's when I start
stylistically or whatever it
experimenting.
may be. Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
then
It's a good thing.
I'm going into the role going, this guy has gotten the better of me the last fucking dozen times we rolled. I got
Yeah.
nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to just fucking invert. I'm going to try weird shit. I'm going to, you know.
Yeah. See what happens.
Who cares?
Right.
The outcome's going to be the same. He'll get the better of me, but maybe I'll figure something out. Oh, he doesn't like when I do that. Oh, he can't defend this, you know?
Yeah.
You just got to kind of put yourself out there.
Oh, for
you know?
sure. I mean, unless you're like making a conscious decision to like work on being able to ride out like the last minute or 30 seconds
Yeah.
in a tournament match,
Yeah.
like where, you know, say you're up by 2 or whatever, and you just got to run the clock out. Unless you're consciously doing that, you shouldn't be training safe because you don't get better.
Yeah.
Like who gives a shit if you get tapped in practice?
Right.
Right.
Oh, people care.
Well, I know a lot of people
give a
do,
shit.
but you shouldn't because
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You don't get any accolades for being the best guy at practice, right?
Right.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to, like you said, Paul, you got to put yourself out there. You got to experiment, try things, work on what you're not good at.
Yeah.
You know, let people beat you up. It's a process.
Yeah.
You know, but that's how you get better.
Right.
You know?
Totally agree.
Zito, you're really, really good at defending.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
I know.
Let's move on now.
I know.
Let's move. Let's take that next step. You
I
know?
know. So, I mean, I think in my own journey and how I see myself, like, you know, improving and stuff like that, I'm really obviously doing a lot of like guard pull, sitting down, defending. And I think that, you know, coming up this 2018 year, my next thing is going to be, okay, let's start not guard pulling. Let's start passing. Let's
Yeah.
work on passing.
Sure.
Let's work on this and not so much. I feel like, you know, not that I'm the best on my back, but I'm just saying, I feel like I need to start. It's way off.
Yeah.
When on my back, I'm like, no problem. Come at me. No big
Yeah.
deal. But when I stand up and try to pass, I'm like,
Yeah.
way off. Like it's like 75-25.
Yeah.
You know, I feel 75% comfortable on my back.
Yeah.
And 25% comfortable and I really don't like that balance. I need to kind of get 50-50. I should
Right.
be as comfortable on my feet, you know, trying to pass as I am on my back. So 2018, that's what I plan on doing, trying to catch up to that.
Yeah.
to that
Well,
back.
I mean, you're conscious of it.
That's
the good thing. And then
Because
now
Pierre,
you
he'll
can
pull
work
me
from there.
He'll
Yeah.
pull me, and I'm like, I'm so not comfortable
Right,
being like
right.
pulled on, and now he's on his back, and he's obviously bearing boloing, and I'm just like, you know, reacting to that, not passing. So that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on.
Yeah.
Bernie-
So like tell yourself like for like a week or whatever, like I'm not allowed to pull guard.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pull. Like that was how I got good at half guard because Leo Monstro, he made me pull half guard every round for the entire summer.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I was working with him, like I was
Yeah.
doing privates with him and stuff. He does a really, really good half guard.
Yeah.
Really good sweeps. And that's what he just told me. He's like, you are not allowed to do anything but pull half guard to start the rounds. He's like, this is going to force you to internalize this stuff and get better at it.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was like for 2.5, almost 3 months, every single roll I pulled half guard.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who it was,
Right.
how big they were, you know, what their style was. It was
Right.
like, boom, right into pulling half.
Zito, what do I do when I slap hands with you?
Yeah. You.
I lay flat on my
Yeah.
back, so you
pull me
have
out,
to come
you
up
have to
top.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you sweep me.
It's because I love you, dog.
I know. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I love about this sport is that, you know, there's so much to work on, and you're never gonna like master one thing and be like, okay, I'm done. What's next? Yeah, you're just gonna have to keep going back and forth. That
It's such a deep
there's
ocean.
so much to do.
I mean,
it's never ending.
And it's always evolving.
Yeah, it's
There's-
great.
It's another thing that just makes it so damn interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just sucks you in because it's like, well, you know, you see people do things that it never even occurred to you to try.
Yeah.
You know, and then it just like opens up a whole nother piece of the puzzle.
But yet, still in competitions, we're probably only using like 10 moves.
Oh,
And,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously we're learning a lot more than that, but we stick to those like 10 moves that are like the base. Like
Yeah.
that's your bread and
You
butter.
should have your basic toolkit should be, you know, whatever it is, 10 things that you're really, really good at. Right. And that, you know, you guys know, like I have a pretty simple style.
Yeah.
You know,
What would you say your strongest part of your game is?
strongest part of my game would definitely be, it would be passing. And,
For sure.
Yeah. It would be passing.
sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. I feel like my guard is really good as far as like you got to bust your ass to pass my shit, you know?
Yeah.
And Bernie fucking slices through me, dude. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But he's fast, though. You know what I mean? How much do you weigh?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously I've shrunk since I haven't been able to do much, but like I'm usually like when I'm competing, I'm somewhere between 2 bills and 205,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
And he feels every bit of it, but he moves like a lightweight.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I'm
It's probably from
I'm quick for a guy my size.
It's probably from training with. Do you think it's from training with Maneco? Because
it's definitely part of it.
He's
yeah.
a lightweight, and he teaches
definitely
kind of like
part of it.
speed passes
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
Definitely part of it.
And probably your football training.
Yeah,
too, 'cause that's
I mean, I
explosive.
ran track too.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I
a
was
sprinter.
shocked when I found out
Yeah.
that you did not wrestle. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, I know it's
'Cause
crazy.
Your takedowns are good.
Yeah, the football actually came in very handy with that because tackling a guy and shooting a double leg are not that different.
Right.
So it was easy for me to transition because of that.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to wrestle, but my dad wouldn't let me because of the weight cutting.
Really?
That was
Was
why I
it
never
worried
wrestled.
about brain trauma? Weight cut.
Right. Now it's the
you
other
gotta
way
remember,
around.
it's the other way
Back
around,
then,
Yeah,
nobody knew.
No one
Yeah.
knew about CT.
You know,
or
Nobody
anything
knew
like that.
about it, and also now weight cutting is illegal in.
It's
high school.
illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
at the beginning of the season, they take your body fat ratio or whatever.
Yeah,
and they
that's
tell you
very scientific.
They tell you can compete at this weight class and above.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it wasn't even because my dad was afraid of me cutting weight. It was just that, for football, it was always get bigger, get bigger, get bigger.
I see, yeah.
Right?
Right.
So it was like in the wintertime, it was like, okay, you're 165 now. We got to get you up to 175, 180. It was just always,
I'm still like, getting older and looking at some of the decisions that, maybe our parents made when we were younger. And
Sure.
I just don't understand. Like, I understand keep kids moving.
Right.
That makes sense to me. But like playing baseball, football, hockey, in that state,
Yeah.
back then without knowing about what we know now.
Yeah.
It seems like,
Yeah.
what were you gaining? Like,
Yeah.
you played football for all those years. You're not a pro football player, right?
Right.
Oh, dude,
It just-
you gain a lot.
Yeah,
what do
but you can't think about it just like
I just
that.
feel like
I mean,
the brain trauma is not worth what you
No,
get
no,
out
yeah,
of it. Just,
I'll- Yeah, I can
Our
kind
parents
of.
didn't have the internet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
They don't have the access to information we have. But like as far as playing football, I mean, you gain how to work well with others, teamwork, how
Agreed.
to take direction,
Yeah.
grit,
Discipline, mental toughness.
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest takeaways from any sport.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, and that serves you in life.
So what do you
because
think
so
about
many
now
people
when-
don't
when-
have it.
when all the kids are like, everyone wins, nobody loses.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit, dude.
It's horrible.
It's
Fucking
terrible.
ridiculous. Really
Like
bad.
if my kids get participation trophies, we're throwing them in the trash. I mean, I'm not going to entertain that. Like life is a meritocracy.
Right.
Nobody
Right.
gives a shit just because you showed up.
Yeah.
Like you win or you lose, and that's it. And both are part of life.
That's the way it is.
You have to learn how to handle that. It's just crazy. But yeah, I mean, but when it comes to football, nobody knew.
Right.
Me looking at it now, like if I have sons and they want to play football,
Yeah.
I'll probably let them, but I'm not going to push them towards it.
Right.
But
Like
is it,
I was.
has it changed? I mean, because now what we know with CTE and all this other stuff has
No, well,
has the curriculum changed at all? Or is it still like,
well, they teach you to hit with the shoulder now instead of the head. I mean,
but it's still the head goes back. It does. You're still
there is no way to make football
No way
safe
around it, yeah.
They're just like there's
not
no
even
way.
rugby makes it safe, right?
Rugby's probably worse
You think so?
concussion wise,
because they're not wearing helmets.
that's why they don't hit each other so hard.
Dude, they still hit each other, dude.
Yeah, but they tackle correctly. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
rugby.
It's debatable.
See, I don't know.
It's
See, like
debatable.
rugby
I don't have any
plays.
stats on that. I don't know what the statistics are.
Yeah,
Rugby
I
versus
have
football.
no. I'm not basing this off of anything but my own opinion.
Right.
But you know,
I just feel like it's like UFC versus bare knuckle boxing. You know what I mean? So UFC, you have to wear those gloves. You get your hand wraps. Joe Rogan talks about it a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can hit you with 120% because I got this fucking extra.
Right. BKB is
Boom,
actually
right?
much safer
Right?
because
As opposed to bare
you
knuckle,
you can't be a headhunter. You're going to break your hands.
You'll break your hand.
Right. Yeah.
You're not going to hit with all that force. You're going to be more accurate and you're going to pick your shots.
Yeah.
You're not
Have you guys seen any of that at all?
thing.
Yeah.
The
Same thing with
BKB
football,
from in England.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. It's interesting too.
But isn't that what that is? Isn't that what football is? Like
Exactly. That's why I'm comparing it
wrapping
to.
the hands.
You're like wrapping
you
hands in
you don't
football.
see those big hits in rugby. You see like really well executed tackles. You know.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, why hasn't the school board or whoever facilitates
They're all over it, dude. They're really
kind of start phasing out that whole culture.
But
of get your kids enrolled in football. Why
Well,
are we bringing
youth football is
It's way down.
It's down.
It's way down.
Is it way down?
Yeah, they're like 40% less
are
youth
any
football
are any
players
schools
than
out
10
there
years ago.
introducing any type of martial art to the curriculum? Like,
No,
even-
they should
wrestling's
be.
the closest thing.
besides wrestling, but
Wrestling.
is there any point karate or anything like that would also teach you discipline, get your body to move? You don't have to be the biggest guy to be a point karate guy.
No.
You could be any. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no one out there experimenting on this. I just find that odd. It's like
Yeah, I don't think so.
football, basketball, baseball. It's that.
Right.
That's their standards. That's the way it is. It's gonna be like this for another 100 years.
Well, with MMA blowing up, like the UFC becoming like a well-established brand now, it's considered a sport. People respect it. It's on cable and everything now. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more kids in martial arts as just as they'd sign up for baseball or this or that. You know what I mean?
Well, what about
Especially
even,
if they're-
What about even because CrossFit's so huge? Why aren't they introducing they have a whole CrossFit games? People competing against Paul.
Yeah.
Paul rolls his eyes.
Yeah,
but it's a legit
I'm
thing.
rolling my
Yeah, but I mean,
eyes
like
too,
who
a little
wants
bit.
their 11-year-old lifting? You know what I mean?
Oh, is that all? I don't know. I don't know enough about CrossFit.
Grow into your body first, and
Yeah.
then start pumping iron. You know what I mean?
But is that what all CrossFit is lifting, or is it more like I thought it was like box jumping and doing
Well,
there
they do
is,
all that stuff
it's all that
too,
stuff
but-
too.
and
but-
at time matter? It's kind of like
yeah,
I
It's
just
circuit training.
I see
Circuit
some of the
training.
form those people are using with those lifts, and I just
It's bad,
It's
huh?
cringe,
Yeah.
man.
When you're lifting
Yeah.
weight for time, it's not good.
It's not
gonna
good.
get sloppy.
It
you
is
know?
bad.
And they're doing these like kip pull-ups where they're doing like 100 of them in like
What's
the
a-
span of 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
is
mean,
that the?
it's like-
Oh yeah.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no doubt about it. It's physically impressive, but you
For
want to
sure.
talk about what you're doing to your body. My God,
It's really, really.
they're gonna get a receipt for that too. I mean that you
Yeah.
can't do that for an extended period of time and not have issues. Like you just cannot do that. Yeah.
It's
Well, that's
really,
why
really hard to do. and,
Olympic lifts. How many times do they lift the weight in the Olympics? Once.
yeah.
Not supposed to be doing sets of 55 power cleans.
Right.
Oh, is that
it's
how it
just-
is?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Are they do them for time? It's just it's not well thought out.
What do you think about those guys? Those power lifters, guys who lift the huge boulders, and I'm talking about those
like
big
the strongman?
strongman
Yeah,
competitions.
dude, I don't know.
That's
That's another
crazy
one.
stuff, huh?
It's a thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pulling buses.
Right.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's so many. There's so much
There's
out
so many
there. There's
things,
so many things
man.
out there. But I'm just wondering why the standard is football, basketball, hockey.
It's changing.
Is it
Yeah,
changing?
yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to see it.
Well, because
Yeah,
a lot
it
of this stuff just wasn't around,
Yeah.
or at least it wasn't around in the way that it is now.
I mean, I'm not trying to bash on all that stuff.
No,
I mean,
I'm not trying to bash anything.
Why haven't we revamped? Because the millennials are revamping everything. Triggered words here and this on that, and let's take the statues down and let's do this. Let's change all the stuff. Well, let's look at the education system. Recess, and let's look at the playground. What are these kids doing? And everyone's going to the food, and what are they feeding them, and all this other stuff. But I mean, have we really looked at what's going on?
Yeah.
And
Well,
be a
here's the
professional
thing.
baseball player when you get older.
You're talking about
Yeah.
participation trophies and
Right.
things like that.
Right.
Everybody wins, blah blah blah. But when you have a wrestling match or a jiu-jitsu match and it's one-on-one, it's abundantly clear that there's a winner and a loser. I mean,
Right.
someone gets their hand raised at the end of the match,
Yes.
and the other kid cries every fucking time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you've ever guys I work with, they come in, they're like, "Oh, my son just had his first wrestling meet, blah, blah, blah." The kid's like 4.5. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, they start 'em
fucking
young, man.
hilarious to watch.
Yeah,
I
I
love
bet.
watching it. It's
Yeah.
great. You know what I mean? But yeah, almost all the time, one of them cries, if not both of them. Like the guy who's getting his hand raised is crying. You know what I mean? It's tough, but
Right.
you got to be the type of parent that knows that that is good for my kid, no matter how painful it is for me to watch him
Go through that.
and be upset. You know what I mean?
Now, Paul and I don't have kids. Obviously, you're having expecting, right?
got one
So
on the way.
What do you plan on doing? I mean, are you going to be the father where it's like, okay, well, I did football and I do jujitsu, or are you
No,
going to kind of
no,
let
no.
him find his own way, or
Yeah,
her
I mean,
find her own way?
I don't even care if they're athletes. I just want them to pick something and do everything they can to be great at it.
Sure.
So
Whether it be playing the violin or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, as much as it goes against who I was in high school, I don't care if they're in the marching band. Just
Right.
be the best damn tuba player you can be. You know,
Yeah.
I just want them to be into something and to do everything they can to be really, really good at it. I think the only thing that I'm going to say, look, you got to do this for me, is that I want them to do jujitsu, maybe until they're a purple belt. I don't know if that's too long, but I want them to know how to defend themselves.
Right.
I don't want them to be susceptible to, bullies. I mean, because that's never going away, no matter what
Right.
people try to do.
I agree.
I want them to have that confidence that, if somebody's doing that kind of bullshit, they're going to be able to handle it.
Right.
So that's the only reason. It's not just because I love jiu-jitsu, obviously, and I want to pass that on, but I want them to have that confidence. I want them to have that skill set,
Right.
But other than that, I don't care. I mean, they can't be a lazy piece of shit. They can't they can't be a black belt in video games. Like
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
That's hilarious, dude. Thank you for
got-
saying that.
They got to do something, whatever that is, and I'll be supportive of it.
Sure.
That's kind of my line of thinking.
That's good.
I kind of hope they don't want to do football. I kind of hope, they don't want to do Muay Thai.
Yeah.
As fun as that was,
Right.
But
So now you're a fight promoter, right?
yeah.
I call Bernie the Dana White of Chicago.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I call.
that's an overstatement. No, I work with the United Combat League. I'm, I say that I'm the amateur matchmaker, but it's more like Matt Giancarlo is the head matchmaker, and then I primarily focus on the amateurs. I work on some of the pro side too. There's some overlap there, but primarily the amateurs, and then I'm also the ring announcer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
You're doing
You're
the Bruce Buffer
Buffer.
thing?
Yeah, I mean, I do it my own way. I mean, I try to be as different from Bruce Buffer as I possibly can be. I don't want people to think like, oh, this guy's just a cheap knockoff of
Right.
Double B.
What's your catchphrase?
My catchphrase is "Get fired up."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Do you
I
say let's
decided to
get
go.
fired up or just get fired up?
No, it's just, ladies and gentlemen, get fired up for
Okay.
your
All
main
right.
event, or
Okay.
whatever it is.
I like it.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
yeah. So that
How long did it take you to think of that one?
You know what? I was kicking it around for not too long. I mean, but you guys remember Jason, right? Jason P.
Yeah.
Yeah. He and I were texting back and forth about it, and somehow, like that, I kept like bouncing him off of him because he's actually a good sounding board. Because if something's shitty, he's just going to tell you.
Yeah.
So like after a few back and forths, like fired up, it's like okay, fired up it is.
Right.
Then do you like go home and practice it in the mirror and
Yeah.
yell it out? And,
Yeah, I practice.
Like, honey, how's it sound? Should I- a little louder, a little lower?
You got to hit that just right tone,
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes with it. I mean, and I'm still relatively new to it, so I got a long way to go. I wouldn't even say that I know I'm not a bad ring announcer, but I wouldn't even say I'm a good one yet.
Okay.
I mean, I get good feedback, but in my head, I don't think I'm there yet.
What about some fight to wins?
You're better than the guy who does Sug. That's
yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Well, I mean, here part of the reason that I'm doing it was, I actually had the idea, and the head promoter gave me the opportunity. Like, he gave me a tryout at one of the all Ami shows. It was like, okay, because they're like, why don't we give Bernie a shot? He's got the voice, he's got the knowledge, he'll be comfortable in there. And, so I did well enough. They're like, okay, we're going to go with you. And, I love doing it. And one of the biggest reasons why I do it is it kind of gives us a bit of brand recognition, because I'm not going around announcing on other shows. Like, whereas there's a lot of, and they're good guys, but they bounce around to all the different promotions.
Right,
so there's not quite that
brand identity. Right.
So
because Bruce Buffer's only doing UFC stuff, even though he does
You're
EBI.
exclusive, Bernie.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you don't want to fill in for Buffer?
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
How
God,
about
I
that
know
for a
it.
gig?
Yeah.
For real.
God.
Now,
He gets paid well, man.
I know he gets
Yeah, he
paid
does.
well. I don't know how well he gets paid, but his brother Michael Buffer used to get $1 million.
He used to get $1 million to say, let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. That's what you do. You sit front row at the fucking best fights in the world, and you say, let's get ready to rumble, and then you go, give me my check.
Yeah.
That's your job?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
be
a sweet
replaced
gig.
either.
That
Can't
guy's
be
not
replaced.
shitting in Dunkin' Donuts boxes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, he's not, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I'm not really looking to, to do it for,
Sure.
other things.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I think Seth does his own, doesn't he? Seth at Fight to Win.
Seth Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, he does his own announcing.
Yeah, and a lot of people are already set. They have their own people that they go with, and that's totally fine. I mean,
But
there's
commentary,
a lot of,
you could be a good commentary guy.
Yeah, I would.
Play-by-play?
That was something that I actually haven't done yet, but I'd do commentary for something that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Now, most of the events that are all the events is that at Bourbon Street?
Yeah, we actually have a show this Wednesday, the 8th. It's at Bourbon Street in Marionette Park.
Wait, on Wednesday?
Bourbon Street, like the bar, Bourbon Street?
115 Bourbon Street.
That's still around?
Yeah, dude.
That's like a whole
It's a great
thing, right?
It's huge. Yeah, it's like half of
That's
Home
like a
Depot.
big-
It's been around
what
for
it
a
used to
long
be.
time. I remember
That's like
that
a big
from
Southside
in the
thing,
Isn't
right?
it like a 90s thing? It's been around for a long time.
It's been around for a long time, but
Bourbon Street.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
It's a great venue though.
Have you ever been there, Zeno?
No.
It's
Dude,
a great.
what?
That's not my crowd.
What kind of a Southsider are you, bro?
I would never go to that. I'm not a drinker.
Always claiming Cicero and shit,
Yeah, right?
Yeah. No, we
Throwing
always do the all Ami shows like midweek. That's just the
That's fine,
setup.
yeah.
Yeah. You should come if you can, man. I mean,
I don't-
I'll
is it-
take care
Is
of
it
you.
MMA?
Yeah.
Okay, no jiu-jitsu.
No jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
I don't
Just
go to the
MMA.
Southside, bro. I don't do it. I've never gone down there.
Yeah, well, you can see me announcing and give me
That'd be
feedback.
fun.
Yeah.
What is it with Southsiders where they just like have this like you must be a hard ass kind of thing?
I don't know.
Is that
it's
like
a different,
what it is
yeah,
to
it's a
survive
different
over there?
way of carrying yourself
Yeah,
for sure.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I
Like,
get what
So
you're saying.
what considers a Southsider? Like, where's the line?
I don't know, but like I work with a lot of these guys, and it's like I always have this joke on the job site where it's like, you know how you could tell who's a Southsider? And I'm like, no, how? It's like, oh, don't worry, they'll tell you. You know what I mean? Like literally within the first 30 seconds of talking to them, they're like, bro, I'm from the South Side. So I was like, it's like, dude, chill. I was just asking how your day was going. Like, every one of them must tell you they're from the South Side, like within the first fucking sentence.
But I mean, I don't. Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know?
It is the
What is
Southside
that?
thing? Because no one ever says I'm West Side. I'm East Side.
Yeah.
East is not even a thing.
There is no East Side in Chicago.
East
It's the
Side,
lake.
Right? It's a lake.
Yeah.
There's that one building. There's that one building that's
true.
above.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you what it is. It's a way of saying I'm a badass without saying I'm a badass.
I see.
It's like, I'm from the South Side, bro.
Yeah, you know.
I'm bad, dude. You know what I mean?
Stand clear.
Stay clear.
Right.
You know, I'm not to be fucked with. I'm from the South Side.
Oh, man. That's so funny.
Right? So,
Yeah,
don't pretend like you don't know.
I know.
Do you know
Yeah,
Cicero?
I can't,
Bernie?
yeah, I can't give you any. You know what? I
I
can't give
I
any
don't
real
know.
feedback on that. I grew up in Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're from Cleveland?
yeah, I'm from Cleveland
No shit, I didn't
originally.
know that.
Yeah, so is my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you guys meet in Cleveland?
No,
You met out here?
No, this is what's crazy is we actually grew up in neighboring towns. Like the house I grew up in and her parents' house are 3 miles apart. But we met out here.
What?
Yeah, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Fate, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good for the holidays.
It's fantastic for the holidays.
Right. Yeah.
How do you beat that? God.
Yeah.
Man, how long you guys been together?
We have been together for 5 years total. Been married for just over a year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Still newlyweds. Now baby on the way, new house,
Oh, man.
neck surgery. What else do you need?
What else do you need? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Bernie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's interesting.
So,
I'm in good hands though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw this out there. Just a plug, Northwest Orthopedics. That's where I go
where you're
when I get banged up. Really good practice. So for everybody out there, for when you get hurt, you should check them out.
Okay.
Dr. Carroll is the bone guy who did my arm. Dr. Nolden's doing my neck.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Bowen's there too. Like I saw him when I tore my PCL, and he did Andre's knees.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it's a really good practice.
Yeah, no
really
shit.
good practice.
yeah. Andre's like killing it.
Yeah, I
So
mean he
that's
had
like-
a
that's a
fast
full
recovery
fucking
from a double from both knees.
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So, Bernie, what is the plan now that you're injured? What is the short term kind of like plan for jiu-jitsu and just kind of staying involved? Where do you see your role right now in the condition that you're in? Are you going to stop by and check out class? Are you?
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
Are you going to still teach every once in a while?
Yeah, I mean I'm gonna pop back in, as soon as I'm able to. Like
Yeah.
I'm like a week out from the surgery, so
It's like kind of one of those things where it's like might as well take care of like all the other shit in life
Right,
now.
right.
Well, I've done that. I've been injured before where it's like, okay, it's catch up time on life shit.
yeah. I mean I'll be back and I'm gonna teach.
Yeah.
I mean obviously I'm retired from competition.
That's okay, man.
I mean
Who cares?
I'm done.
I think I'm
sparring.
retired from competition too.
Are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come back. I'll be at practice. I'm
Yeah.
gonna teach because I still want to keep the skills sharp,
Right,
even if
right.
even if I can't spar.
Yeah.
Teaching's a good way
Yeah,
of doing that. keeping it
absolutely,
sharp, yeah.
absolutely. But no, I'm still gonna be involved. I'm still gonna be around. I'm never gonna quit jujitsu.
Right.
No, not now.
I'll get my black belt posthumously since I'm officially dead as far as competition goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's it's too big a part of my life to just walk away from.
Right.
That ain't gonna happen. No way.
Yeah.
And I like to teach. I like seeing people get better. I like seeing the progress. Like Big Chris Perez, man. I love seeing how far that guy's come.
Right.
And I always worked with him and I always pushed him, but because I knew that he was receptive to it.
Right.
Right. And I remember I had a conversation with him early on. I'm like, look, man, I'm not like riding you to be a dick. Like I'm riding you because I see potential,
Yeah.
and he appreciated that. And I mean, look where he's at now. He's winning tournaments. He lost a ton of weight.
Yep.
His jiu-jitsu is progressing. I mean, I love to see that.
Got his blue belt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean
Absolutely.
so I'm not going to walk away from that.
No.
I'm going to be around.
Are you coming to the belt promotion?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
I got,
What if there's an after party at a bar?
well, maybe I'll hit
Yeah.
up that. It's just that only because I have so much stuff going
Yeah,
on
yeah,
with
right.
with the house and everything. I don't know if I'm going to be able to yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like 50-50.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to be there.
Right.
But it
So you guys
just,
have, like-
just may not be able to.
You have to paint and do all that stuff for the house, or is that all
Well,
pretty
not
much
really.
done?
No, everything's good with the house. Like everything is done.
Okay.
But it's getting unpacked. It's I got to get we bought all the stuff, so it's like the furniture, the closet shelves and organizers, the
Never
blinds, Yeah, I mean, it's like a death of 1,000 cuts, man. Like
Yeah.
you think you got it all figured out, and then you're like, fuck, we got this, that,
This,
that, this.
yep.
So there's just all that stuff, and it's just like I'm like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Just trying to, because I want to have like everything situated. But because like for probably a good 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like pretty much out of capacity. And then I'll be up. They say I'll be up and moving around after like a week, but obviously not, very spry.
Yeah.
And I'll be in like the hard
Neck
brace, and I'll probably
you
have
will.
a thing on my chest, whatever the hell that is.
Oh, got one
I'll
of those
have
things,
one of
huh?
them things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Can you please come into the gym when you're wearing
Yeah,
that?
I will. I'll
Okay,
stop by
good.
so
Yeah.
everybody can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Frankenstein in the house.
Yeah, that's right. We glue some bolts to the sides of it.
Oh man, it's so rough.
No, but I mean, I want to have everything set up
Yeah.
before that happens. I don't want my wife doing that. She's
No, yeah.
pregnant, man.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
doesn't need to be dealing with that.
Are you gonna find
bullshit.
out, boy or girl? Or are you gonna be surprised?
No, I actually really want to know, but my wife wants to be surprised.
Okay.
And since she's doing all the work, we'll go with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you'll pick out names for both and
Yep.
see how it goes.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually, no one's doing like the color coordinated rooms anymore. That's old.
I don't
school.
think so.
Just standard color, right?
Yeah.
Pick whatever color you want.
Something right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's good enough for both.
Yeah.
That's all.
Keep it neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Grays and blacks.
Shit. So you guys catch the fights or what?
Yes, man. Those fucking fights were unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was
had to-
so fucking pumped about those fights.
It was crazy. So start off with like
That's a card that lived up to the hype.
oh for sure.
No,
I mean 3 new
definitely.
champions.
Yeah. How often does that happen?
And they
Right.
because I don't know. I know that Cody was a negative 200 favorite, and Joanna was negative 600 favorite.
favorite, yeah.
And I don't know about
Yeah.
Bisbing. Was Bisbing
They were
the favorite?
dead even. They were both at minus 115.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they're
I
dead
mean,
even.
I'm not a betting man, but that Namajunas at what was it, plus 600?
Yeah.
That was attractive,
Right.
Because I did not think that she was that much of an underdog.
I didn't think so.
either.
either.
I mean, I wouldn't call it even money, but I was thinking like 150.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that should have been much tighter odds because she is legit.
She is.
Totally
She's
legit.
tough,
I
dude.
did not
and her
think she-
striking got so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah. I thought if she was going to win,
I mean,
it would be on the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Joanna's been in some tough fights for sure, and she's
Yeah.
taken some damage. But has anybody even dropped her before? I
That's
can't
what I'm saying.
remember.
Didn't Jessica Andrade? Didn't she? Oh, no,
can't
no, no,
remember.
No. The other girl. What's her name? The
Somebody
Brazilian
might
girl.
have, but
she cracked her early and she
Yeah.
kind of stunned her, but not like that.
Yeah, I'm saying like dropped.
no,
like,
never dropped.
Like no.
Never dropped.
So that's
No one's even
crazy,
come
man.
close to her in the
Who,
feet.
who's the man? I can't remember that Brazilian girl. You know what I'm talking about, Paul? She's the
But Thug Rose, is she like
Gadela?
yes, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, she
Gadela.
had some tough fights with Gadela. The first one, more especially.
Right.
That was the second fight. Didn't she finish her in the second one? I can't even remember now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they all. I think they.
It's too many fights. Were they both decisions?
Yeah.
But it was like a clear.
Yeah,
That
it's clear.
first one, it was like flip a
flip a
coin.
coin.
I don't know who won that one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right?
Right. But yeah, I mean Rose. She just it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe what I was watching.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
It almost looked like. I'm not taking anything away from Rose, but it almost looked like maybe it's possible she came in a little banged up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that button that popped really
Yeah.
like for a girl 14-0. You think she got cracked plenty of times,
Yeah.
and that, but she just and to fall and then
You know
tap
what,
to
though?
strikes.
Yeah, I mean who knows what happened there, but you only have so many shots you can take.
Right.
Right? I mean, Chuck Liddell is a perfect example of that. That guy got to where he was by taking the hardest punch or kick that the other guy had
Yeah.
and just not even being phased, swinging for the fences as the counterpunch and then knocking the guy out,
Right,
right.
But you sustain that damage. Look what happened to him in the end. I mean, he was getting put to sleep by jabs.
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Once
right.
your
You know,
chin goes,
it's like you
gone.
can't Yeah, it's like something flips,
Right.
and then that's it. And nobody is immune to that. Like you take that damage, and you don't know what her training camp was like.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what I was thinking. I mean, 'cause she,
you know, you get your ass beat in camp by the time you make it to the
going in.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it all adds up.
it all adds up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
I mean-
great. Great fight.
Thug Rose, is she like from the ghetto? Actually,
You know,
I
she
heard-
certainly presents it that way. I'm not up to date on her,
Her
bio.
accent. Her
but-
accent is interesting for
accent.
sure.
I was
Yeah.
like, did you grow up next to Eminem in the trailer park? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this? The Joe Rogan's like, what? How do you think of that fight? She's like, it was like butter, yo. That fight was like butter, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I thought
You know,
I thought the
you can
Thug
see-
Rose thing was kind of like supposed to be like a cute little oxymoron type. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
And then
No,
like I
it's
heard her
not.
talk, and I was
It's
like,
not.
oh shit, you're like
Yeah.
from the ghetto. You know?
She's definitely not that sweet, innocent, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
you
country
think, yeah, you
girl.
think it's like the guy's nickname is Tiny, but he's like 6'8",
Yeah,
300 pounds.
exactly.
You know,
That's what I
But no,
thought it-
it's
Right.
not
that
like
situation
that at all.
was.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, she's definitely got that twang.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's funny.
But yeah, she did her thing, man, and she's a champ.
And then Cody and TJ.
What the fuck?
So I mean, for TJ to come back after getting dropped viciously in the first round,
Yeah.
just come back and just like shake it off and just fucking bite down and go take it. He fucking took that belt back.
Yeah, he did.
You know? And by the way, Cody needs to stop showboating.
Yeah.
That I mean, he's just not even good at it.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
that whole
Just kind of
thing,
like
it's kind of getting
he's
played.
like, it's
played out.
But if you're good
to a
at
certain-
it,
Oh yeah, but everybody's trying to be Conor McGregor,
Right, but
But
they
it doesn't
can't.
work.
They
yeah,
can't.
you
He's the
can't do
best
that.
ever.
No,
God.
you can't.
there was
He's definitely the best self promoter ever in mixed martial
There
arts.
was a
There's
co-
no doubt about that.
Here's to all you people out there on Facebook that go on there and make a post saying, "Move out of the way, McGregor. The GOAT is back." Talking about GSP. Well, McGregor is the GOAT. Okay, he's the champ and the GOAT.
I don't know, man. I think what the scenario I played out, GSP wins. I think goes down to fight Tyron Woodley. Wins, and then Conor McGregor versus GSP.
You already know McGregor's all over like 3 different scenarios right now, like how this, you know, like, but it's got to be perfect. He's got to beat Woodley. You know, McGregor has to take a fight before this one too,
Yes,
and
he
they
does.
both have to win in order
Right.
to make this like
Yeah.
probably biggest MMA fight ever.
But you think GSP is too big for?
Connor,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
and I think he beats him too.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but you think McGregor's going to turn down 40 million?
No.
Biggest
Yeah,
UFC fight ever? No, probably
but,
not.
but it definitely has to be at 170. Not
yeah,
185.
GSP.
No, it has to be a
Connor
170.
can't go to 85, and
No,
GSP
no, no,
can't
no,
go
no,
to
no,
55. So
Right.
No.
But I tell you what, it's interesting. That kid from Australia, what's his name? Who's got the interim belt? Who's got? Was he have a knee injury right now? You know,
Whitaker.
Oh,
Whitaker.
yeah.
That's a scary fight for GSP
Oh,
if he stays
yeah.
at 185.
Whitaker is tough.
That's a tough
dude.
kid, man, and hungry, young.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
GSP
let
It's like a
he
freight
let
train.
Yoel Romero rip his leg off, and he still came back and won.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that's
that's why he's out. That was a deep knee bar.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
right.
And you know, judging from Romero's physique, there was some torque behind that thing.
a little
You know what I
bit,
mean?
a little bit of torque.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, GSP didn't say he was staying at 185.
Yeah.
I can see why, because he's got Woodley, who's
Right.
not an easy fight. I don't think.
What do you think of his performance?
I think GSP did great. I
I
think his
couldn't believe it, dude.
I think his endurance was a little questionable in the second round.
Yeah. When was the last time somebody submitted Bisping? I don't even remember.
I don't know. Has he been submitted?
I don't know if he's been submitted.
It may
I
not
know
have
he's been
happened.
knocked out. Obviously,
Yeah, he's been
I don't
KO'd.
think he's been. He might.
He's
have
the
been
most
submitted.
winningest.
That Henderson knockout.
That's
Oh man,
brutal.
I mean, I'm partial to Dan Henderson. 'Cause
I
he's my
can't
favorite
believe
fighter.
Bisping came back after that and his chin wasn't completely gone.
I know,
Yeah,
because it wasn't
not
just
only that, but then you had the knockout from what's his name, who's all roided up.
Oh, fucking Vitor with the spinning
Yeah.
back kick.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know how his head stayed attached to his body after that. Then dude, Bisping's a tough. I thought he was going to retire.
I 100% thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it. He's got to retire. He's
Right.
like, no. I'm like, oh, maybe you should.
It's like, dude, you already had the belt and you just lost it. You're never getting it back again. Just hang it up, dude. You got the commentary gig on
He's
Fox.
got the he's great on that. And his eyes all jacked up. He needs surgery.
I know. It's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't.
just go
It's such a
take care of
stupid
that.
move. He's an analyst. I mean,
He could have, I mean, he was already in danger of losing his eyesight
Yeah.
once. I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
I think this is going to be one of those like Dana's going to have to step in kind of situations.
No,
like
he's
how
one
he
of those
did it
guys.
with
He's
Chuck.
like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Like he won't stop
He won't
unless
stop till-
somebody
yeah.
makes him stop.
And he was very. I mean, it wasn't the normal Bisping because he didn't pressure as much. He wasn't throwing a lot. He really wasn't taking the fight to Pierre.
That's because of GSP's wrestling.
Yeah, he was worried
so,
about the takedown.
Of course, it's
Right.
obvious.
Yep.
But which is why I tell you
need to work on
to
Zito.
attack.
Yeah,
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because give somebody something to worry about. You know,
Right.
So you always hear Rogan talking about it when guys are just getting picked apart on the feet, and then the dude shoots a double.
A sloppy double.
Sloppy double,
Yeah.
doesn't land it or anything, but he goes, well, at least he gave him something to think about,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Which takes,
Right.
which, you know, you're not as comfortable in your striking game after you just had to sprawl and fight a dude off and, oh shit,
Yeah.
that was kind of deep. I don't want it to
No,
get
it
any
means
deeper.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we went on the air. You know, like
He's like, you got to do takedowns. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a guard
I know.
That-
I
that's
know
why
I'm
I
guard
like-
puller.
I know I'm old school, man, but takedowns are king.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
they
why I
just
like
are.
when Bernie teaches, man, because it's always a takedown and then, okay.
I like what he teaches. I like the fireman. I like that stuff.
Right.
It's just I am so not confident enough to do it in a competition.
Well, here's the thing.
And we don't roll like no one's standing up. We're not doing takedowns.
But Zito, you could feel like, okay, I'm not gonna. This isn't my thing. I'm not gonna go for this in competition. But just training it in the gym lets you know when guys are trying to go for it on you.
Mm-hmm.
You could understand the grips and
Yes.
be like, oh shit, he's got this now.
Right.
I remember Bernie telling me when they got this, they're gonna.
Yeah, and man, you can start standing. Just tell Andre you want to work on it, man. He'll
Yeah.
carton out a
I'm sure.
corner of the map
Yeah.
for you, so you can start standing with whoever you want to do. I used to do that all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's the only way you get good at it.
Right.
And I really think, like I told you, do a small tournament, and don't care about the outcome. Who cares about the match? Don't worry about any of that. You're there to work on your takedown in a live situation.
Okay.
So you're gonna do this thing, and all you're gonna try to do is take the dude down, right? You know, stand back up. You know, like whatever the fight's going on. Like
Right.
if you get in half guard, push him off of you, stand back up, and take him down.
Can you
again.
imagine take the guy down and stand back? Andre would flip the
If-
fuck out.
yeah, if
Like, no,
Maneco's
Andre,
there,
I'm just
don't do
practicing.
that.
He'd be
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You're winning.
Yeah, practice on getting me a gold medal, you motherfucker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do it
I
at a
know,
small
I know.
one.
Right,
you
right,
know?
yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Don't do it at an IBJJF. But I mean, that's how you're going to get comfortable with it.
Right.
There's no easy way to go about it.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
I know. In my mind, I like play scenarios. You know, like we all do that. Like
For sure.
Right before competition, playing scenarios. Okay, if I do this, I'm gonna do that, this and that. I always play like I'm gonna take the guy down. I always play that in my head. Like,
Do you really?
I do, but I never fucking do it.
Interesting.
I never do it. But I play it off like, okay, I can do this. Like, you know, this trip or this thing. And I just,
You got to take that hop off the ledge, man.
I know it is a hop off the ledge. You're
Yeah.
right. That's what it feels like. It's
That's
like
all you gotta
going in for it.
Yeah.
You know, but the
Yeah.
outcome would be the same. I'd be on the ground regardless. So
Right.
that's
So
what I
why do you
got to think
care?
about. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally comfortable being on my back. So if I
I
miss
mean,
it,
I mean, look at Gary Tonin. He, like, a big part of his game is like failed doubles.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he just gets in deep and then sits back, takes
Yeah.
a leg. You know.
yeah, you're right.
I mean, and his shot is good, but he doesn't like penetrate through. He absolutely could. I've seen him double leg the fuck out of a bunch of people, but like he'll just penetrate or he'll just shoot in, let himself hit that brick wall, and he just falls back with your leg.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it's about getting in deep like that. you
Yeah,
know?
there's a lot you can do from there, even if the shot doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have options, you know, and you can always bail.
Of course.
I mean,
I just like
it's
we were
always
talking
there.
about like Tim from our
Yeah.
so like he does his ankle pick where he just like reaches out and grabs the guy's ankle
Yeah.
and it looks so simple. I'm just how do you
It's
do
a
that?
college wrestler.
I know.
Yeah.
But still it's like he just grabs the ankle and like just pulls the guy towards him. The guy just falls down.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks so I'm like I just want to do that.
Yeah,
Show me
yeah,
that.
yeah. Dude, the ankle pick.
Yeah,
It's
ankle
the
Picks,
lazy.
there's nothing to it. It's this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what but
One hand on the neck, other on the ankle.
it just
That
looks
was
so
my
simple.
number one takedown in high school.
Was it really?
Yeah, because it's the laziest
Is
takedown.
it?
Yeah, you know?
yeah, give me that one. That's the one I want to
exactly.
get.
Dude, I don't want to be under you and like squatting to try and.
Yeah, I don't
no,
wanna do
dude, I
that.
want to pick your
Yeah,
ankle,
keep
have
it
you
simple,
fall
man.
over.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Keep it simple. Yeah.
Yes, give me the simple one.
Right.
That's the easy one.
I don't want to waste any energy.
No,
Shit.
too old for that.
Yeah. 6 minutes.
Can I just give you $20? You lay down.
Yeah,
How about that?
Yeah.
Here's a little bit before the match.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take the dive, okay?
The best is like when guys like slap hands and they both just at the same time,
Yeah.
like they're in an elevator together. They just
Yeah.
like whoom, they just both
What are you
drop
talking
down
about?
the mat.
I see it all the time in the IBJJF. You
Oh,
get Kyle
yeah.
Terra versus Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you see
Double
it
guard pull, like they can't get to the ground fast enough.
right, but you see
So
it-
what's up with that?
You see it all the time in no-gi submission only too.
Yes.
Guys just vroom, straight down to the ground. Dude, you
Yeah,
know, like
I-
we're playing legs. You know?
I don't begrudge people who do that. Like I get it. The reason that it was never appealing to me was that, you know, it's a fight background, right?
Right.
Like that does you no good in a fight or in a self-defense situation,
100%.
right? So yeah, there's a lot of really interesting things you can do. There's a lot of great setups to effective submissions.
Yeah.
But if the other guy can start pummeling your head, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
So that it just never registered.
For sure. I mean,
For that reason.
my whole thing is like,
And I got nothing against it,
Right.
but that's just my thoughts.
I
on
agree
it.
with you. I mean, my whole thing is like, have you ever seen it in MMA? Well, then,
Well, right.
it doesn't
right.
really.
Ryan Hall.
It doesn't really,
Ryan Hall's been
really
trying to do it.
He Imanari rolls. He doesn't sit to his
He
ass.
sits.
butt
like,
scoot towards you.
Well, no, he doesn't do that. But he sure
Yeah.
ducks. He more ducks and sits and goes for the leg.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not
Mar-
Imanari every time.
Yeah, Marcin Held was a master of that until he got kneed in the head a couple of fights ago.
yeah.
Did you guys
I wa-
see that?
no, I didn't.
He was going for the Imanari roll, and the guy timed it right and just
Put him
knocked
out.
him out cold. Yeah,
Because now
with the
they're-
knee.
that's legal now, right? Knees to the grounded opponent.
Well,
Opponent's legal.
in that type of situation, yeah, because technically the guy's not grounded; he's moving.
He's moving.
Yeah.
But like what Ryan Hall's doing, how he's like, it's that, like, you know how you jab, he like ducks and goes for the leg.
Right.
So would that be if a guy gets knee, he can just knee him, right? Because even if he's grounded.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've seen Ryan Hall do a bunch of shit. I mean, he's got like a weird, like upside down shot,
Yes,
kind of like
right.
where he's like back arching and just like trying to take like an upside down double. It's weird. I think it's just like literally anything to just get a hold of your leg.
right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
it's hard to make that call as a referee if someone throws a knee and catches you. I mean, you're in
yeah,
your mid movement. You know.
But getting back to the TJ versus Cody.
Yeah.
I mean, when he cracked him with that high kick and put him on his ass, I was like, I just couldn't believe
Yeah.
that just happened.
Well, that was the perfect setup. Look low, throw
Yes.
the high kick at the
I
same
mean,
time,
and then to come back and then just crack and
Yeah.
put him out.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that dude was out.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
And they were talking how good his chin was. Fuck, guess not.
Right.
yeah. I mean, I think the craziest head kick knockout, I can't even remember who he fought, was when Cerrone threw a jab and then immediately followed it with a head kick on the
Yes.
same
I
side.
know what
Rick
you're talking
Story.
about. Rick Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is to do? It looks so simple.
But he disguises that with that punch.
But yeah, but I mean to throw a punch and a kick with any kind of force from the
Yeah.
same side like
Right.
that, my God. I mean that's just like that level of skill and nuance that like your casual fan just has no idea.
Yeah.
But like you can't just go do that. You
Yeah.
know? It was like the Anderson Silva front kick to Vitor Belfort.
Right.
Like it looks so simple, but you have no
Iconic, yeah.
idea how good you have to be able to do something
Right.
like that.
Yes.
And they make it look so simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Like Tim with the ankle pick. I mean,
Yeah.
like, oh, it just looks so easy.
Looks so
Like,
easy.
Yeah.
And it's so effective.
Yeah.
And he pulls it off because he's done.
But yeah,
10,000
anyone
reps
who
of it.
anyone who has not seen that that combo from Cowboy Cerrone. Just Donald Cerrone versus Rick Story. Just amazing combination. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's like 2 punches and 2 kicks.
Yep.
Like all in the span of like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
doof, 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 doof.
Yeah. I mean,
That was awesome.
so now what happens to that division now? It's a kind of a weird.
well,
That's a great question.
TJ is going down to fight DJ.
No, he's not.
That's what he said.
I thought he was.
No, I think they're making that super fight. Yeah, because
But he's
or maybe
going
DJ.
down?
Well, I don't know
I think
who's
DJ's
going.
gotta go
I don't
up.
know. Yeah, I don't know what who's doing what.
TJ's not going down. He can't cut that weight.
He said,
Yeah, I don't think Dillashaw could make 25.
he's like, you're ducking me.
heard
Everyone
him
knows you
say
ducked
that.
me. I'm coming to you. I'm taking the 25.
Wow.
How else does TJ get? I mean, everybody and their mother wants to be a 2-weight world champ.
Yep.
Now, yeah.
Now they do. You know, what's he going to do? He's not going to go up to 45, I don't think.
Could. That's Max Holloway.
It's Max Holloway. I don't know
that's
how that
that'd be a
goes.
great
Yeah,
fight
I mean,
too.
I don't know. Maybe he can make the weight. It seems like a stretch, though. I don't
Doesn't seem
know.
like
25?
a stretch.
Yeah, for him to get 25, dude.
He's
I
pretty
don't
lean,
know.
man. He's a lean
Yeah.
35er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably has to cut a lot to get
I mean,
just
he
to
might.
there.
He might because DJ looks still healthy at 25.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think TJ will look immense. You know, what I mean, he'd be just
Yeah, but
so
that
drained.
is a big money fight. I mean, Mighty Mouse hasn't participated in pay-per-view points yet. He's never been on. He's never headlined a show that did enough buys for him to get that money. But he'll get it.
Is that
if he-
right?
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you're
true.
guaranteed that as a champion.
No, you have to hit a buy threshold. You know, I mean, everybody's contracts are different. You know, I don't know what the details are, but you have to hit a certain number of total buys when you headline the fight or you headline the card to get the pay-per-view revenue. So he'll get it if he fights TJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you that right now. But he's never participated.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, they
He's
should
the
have
GOAT.
they should have given him a participation cut after that suplex armbar. Just like, all right, even
Oh,
if
yeah.
it doesn't make enough buys, here we're cutting you in for that.
Yeah, that was a crazy finish.
Holy shit!
Wow.
I'm interested to see that fight. I'm interested to see DJ versus TJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
That's-
who else
yeah,
is-
absolutely.
I mean, 'cause I'm honestly, I don't want to see him versus what's it? Who was the champ? What's his name?
Oh, Dominic Cruz.
I'm not interested.
Really?
To see that. Yeah. Not again.
I'm always interested to see Dominic fight.
I'm not that
He's
fight
so
again.
entertaining.
Not
Even the
that fight
build up and the
Yeah,
conferences.
that's all fun. But
Yeah.
honestly, Dominic Cruz,
I'd like to see him retire too.
yeah, I don't.
He doesn't have anything to prove anymore.
No, but he just spent so many years off that I think he has that. Like,
Yeah, oh, sure he
I want
does.
to play
Because
catch up.
Cody Garbrandt kind of exposed his game and kind of, made him look a little silly in the
Yeah.
octagon. So,
But Cody beat TJ before, and TJ just come back to beat him. You know what I mean?
Cody beat TJ?
Yeah.
When?
Didn't he?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Cody took the belt from Dominic. That's right.
Cody took
Yeah.
Dominic took the belt from TJ, but that was a decision.
Yep.
He didn't put him away.
No, he didn't put him away. It was
So-
a good fight. I think Cruz won, but it was close. I mean,
very- yeah,
it
it
was
was-
still debatable.
It was still
For sure.
Yeah, he didn't do enough to probably take. He outpointed him basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not interested to see another outpointed Cruz versus TJ again.
Yeah.
I'd rather see a DJ or go up to Max Holloway. But Max Holloway's pretty long, right?
Yeah.
He's a lot taller than
Yeah.
than TJ.
Gonna have
So,
trouble landing that high kick on Max.
Yeah, you're not gonna. And Max is a savage.
Savage.
Yeah, he is.
Savage.
I mean, this is now. I wasn't excited about anything after 217 until I saw 218 when it's Max Holloway versus the kid from Jersey or New York,
Frankie Edgar.
Frankie Edgar.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fucking good one.
That is
the
gonna be
only
a good
problem
one.
is Edgar is little. He's not a natural 45er.
Yeah, he is.
No, he is. Yeah.
I thought he was natural 35.
He's fought
No.
at 35, 45.
He was
Oh,
he was a
I'm sorry.
55
I'm sorry. Yeah,
champ.
that's right. He was a 55.
Yeah,
He's a natural
he was a
45er.
champ and
right.
Like Gray Maynard walks around at 190.
Yeah.
And they had
That's
those
right.
fights.
Those
I was
battles were the
yeah,
best,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, so he's a natural 45, not 55. That's what it was.
Yep.
But he's like so much smaller than Max Holloway, right? Max Holloway's pretty tall.
Yeah, in terms of frame, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Although BJ Penn was pretty tall
No.
compared to Frank Edgar.
No.
No,
He's just that tall.
Not a big difference
like
there, I don't
5'8".
believe.
5'9".
Bernie, you ever fight MMA?
No, never did any MMA fights. The only Muay Thai.
Oh,
I've been like training and fighting in Thailand. That was my That was my biggest thing. It's really not even that big.
How long
I
were
mean,
you
it's
in
just a
Thailand
cool
for?
accomplishment. I went with Rob. We were out there for a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Trained and fought over there. Dragon.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Talk about a life. That, man, unbelievable. The Thailand sabbatical. Everything's pennies.
Yeah.
You know, train all day, party every night.
Right.
I mean,
Good food.
Yeah.
Your
food's incredible.
Day costs you $3.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, you could go, you go to like a really nice restaurant and, because you trained, 2 or 3 times that day, so you're eating like two dinners basically, and it's like $10.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was incredible, man.
So what goes into, walk me through like being a fight promoter. Like what is involved with the whole thing? Like, do you have to do people hit you up? Do you scout people? Do you have to watch tape? I mean, how do you do the matchmaking?
It's a little bit of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
On the amateur side, you get a lot of younger and like debut guys. So there's a lot of fights where it's both guys. It's their first fight. So there isn't a whole lot of research to do other than like, what gym are they at?
Right.
But you also get, you get guys like, you can get somebody who was like an All-American wrestler in college. Well, I can't just throw him in there with a regular 0-0 guy. Like
Right.
That's not a fair fight,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pay attention to things like that. And it's more of, you know the guys, you know what their style is, how tough they are. It's not always just the record, because there's a lot of guys, they could be like 5-0 or even 10-0, but they've never fought anybody with a winning record, and then
Right.
they turn pro and they get smashed, and it's because they've never been in a fight.
Right.
But as far as the matchmaking goes, though, it's like, you take record into account first, but then you also take, gym and background.
Okay.
And then that can outweigh the record.
Gym meaning what? Like, what do you look for in a gym? Like,
Well,
are
you
they
just know, like some gyms, a lot of gyms are just, they produce tough guys. So you want to put them together where you also get guys who debut who like there's somebody who just wants to fight.
Right.
Some of them are like, they train on their own.
Yeah. And you've
So it's
never
like,
heard
well,
of their
I'm
gym.
not- yeah, so
Some
I'm
gym
not-
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So I'm not going to put that
Yeah.
guy in there with somebody, from, a reputable camp.
Right. Speaking of a gym, did you guys talk about like the dream team of cornermen coming out with GSP last night? He had Faraz Zahabi, Freddie Roach, and John Donaher. Like, is that just the all-star corner?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as hitting people up, sometimes we hit them up, sometimes they hit us up.
Right.
It's like a mix.
Yeah.
What changes from amateur to pro? Like, how you started? I mean, I know you started amateur, but then do you get like a card to become pro? How does that work?
Yeah, there's a pro card that you get, but you have to have 5 AMI fights to be able to turn pro.
Okay.
Did you pay? Is there like an organization you pay or?
Yeah, well, you have to get your national MMA ID, but then that's just kind of tracked with the state athletic commissions.
Okay.
Most state commissions don't even sanction the AMI fights anymore. There's independent organizations that they contract out that do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that we work with is MMAC. They do a great job. But when you turn pro, then it's all at the state. So there's a lot more, requirements,
Right.
a lot more paperwork that has to be turned in, all that kind of stuff.
And all these fighters tested and.
Oh yeah. They even AMIs, they'll have to have the combat trio blood work, physical, all that stuff.
Man.
And is there a certain point where you are forced into a professional fight, or could you just take amateur fights for ever?
No, you're not forced. I mean, there are some guys out there that have a crazy number of AMI fights, like over 20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some
it's
guys
about time
that,
to step up.
Unless that's just.
there's some guys who fight 5 and
Weekend.
turn pro right away.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on the guy. I mean, some people want to gain as much experience as possible before they turn pro.
Right.
I mean, I think it really just depends on how old.
Is there any?
Somebody
Is there amateur like belts?
Oh yeah.
Is there really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No shit. So
Interesting.
at what? I mean, well, you're like the amateur champion, but like at what point are you like?
Are you amateur world champion?
I don't know. It's
Is that
like
a thing?
you're so good at
No,
beating
that's
other
not a
athletes.
thing, but
World champion?
no, but it means something because
Right.
you're not going to put two guys and put a belt on the fight unless they're both worth it.
Right.
Worth that opportunity. And it does mean something. I mean, by and large, do promotions care what your amateur record was before you turn pro? Not really.
Right.
But they're going to look at your body of work. Because there's a lot of guys who are Amis that are like 5-5 who are tougher than dudes who are 10-0.
Oh, really?
But they'll fight anybody. So like maybe that 5-5 guy, like everybody he fought had a winning record.
Yeah.
Where the guy who's 10-0, maybe everybody he fought had a losing record.
Right.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
So, you have to take all that stuff into account too. But, the pro promoters, they're going to look at that more so than just the record for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And how long does it take you to assemble a card? Like you got to hit these guys up like months in advance, right? And try and do that.
It varies, man. Yeah, it's usually we start like 3 months out.
What would you say the
thereabout.
percentage of dropout rate is?
You know what? It varies card to card.
Yeah.
There's always a handful. You got to figure you're going to lose 3 or 4 fights.
3 or 4. So you always pretty much overbooked by 3 or 4, just
Yeah, pretty
assuming
much.
that
Pretty much.
injury is just going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it always does. I mean, there's some where it's like you just wouldn't believe how much shuffling around you have to do last minute to keep the thing together.
Right.
And sometimes like it's just like 1 or 2 guys pull out and that's it and everything runs smooth. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing about it, the matchmaking is it's just problem solving.
Right.
From that standpoint.
I mean, for sure. I mean, like we all have like a group of friends from our high school or whatever. It's like I'm kind of like in the middle of this thing right now where like one of our buddies is like trying to get the group together. You know what I mean?
band
Just to,
back
like,
together?
just for a night,
Right,
just to
right.
like, hey, let's meet up, let's go paintballing, or let's do a poker night, or say I haven't
Top
seen
golf.
you guys in fucking something like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like impossible to get like 6 or 7 dudes together. You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine putting together an MMA card. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. But it's just making sure you have people on board, and then also that you have, because you always have people who want to get on, like at last minute.
Right.
So you keep those guys there and in the loop. So if somebody does pull out, like, hey, we can plug you in. Do you want to take
Yeah.
this fight, that fight?
Yeah.
So that's the important part. You don't just want to, like, if you want to go live with 10 fights, you don't want to just book 10 fights,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not going to work.
Right. Yeah. No, it won't.
So what's the deal with the Wednesday night card?
Well, that's just our all AMI shows. It's
Okay.
more. It has more to do with the venue.
Okay.
But they do well, man. Like,
they?
Like Bourbon Street, we always get a lot of just local, not even people who know any fighters.
Right.
It's just like that local community. It
I could
really
agree with
enjoys.
Yeah, they're
going to
Southsiders,
the
so they
things.
automatically understand fighting.
Yeah.
They're born with that knowledge.
Yeah, but like I mean, I've never been to Bourbon Street, but I've known of it for many, many years. But I'm just in the bar scene alone. Like you have every night there's a different like theme.
Yeah.
There's always something.
There's
going
always
on.
something
Yep.
going on.
Yeah.
And that Wednesday night is their thing, and I'm sure it works well.
It works well.
Doesn't have to be a
DJ Zito's rolling in with his karaoke box.
Yeah, I mean, I would do great on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays were never really that good
Right.
because
Yeah.
there's so much going on.
People
Yeah.
were clubbing
Right.
that night or whatever.
Monday through Thursday, where you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do our pro shows. They're always on Saturday.
okay,
But
but it's not like this is a weekly thing. The
No.
Emmys?
That
once a month. How
no,
often?
the all like typically we do. We'll do like 2 or 3 pro shows and 2 or 3 Emmy shows a year.
a year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Who does all like the graphics and all that stuff? Do you handle all that or?
No, well, Matt handles most of that. He's also a very talented graphics guy.
Okay.
So he does a lot of that. And then we also, we farm some of it out. We have people that we use.
Because you got to print the posters. I'm sure that's.
Oh yeah, well that's the head promoter handles all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the guys, do they do like headshots and all that fun stuff?
Yeah. Yep.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Of course, the one I did, you had to submit it. You didn't go like Fight to Win. You go there and they take a picture of you. Not for grappling games. They do like so just take a picture and then send it to us.
I like how you're smiling in it.
Yeah, I always smile.
Of course, I appreciate that.
Maybe
Why
I won't
wouldn't you?
smile. I don't know. Maybe I won't.
No,
next time.
don't. No, you should.
I mean,
Because everyone else is doing the mean mug.
Of course.
Yeah. Plus, that's not you.
No,
You're a smiler.
I am.
Just be who you are.
Thanks. I'll try that.
I would laugh if you tried to mean mug. Actually, I'd be like, "Oh my god, look at this! Check out Zito."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, not a mean.
Yeah, no, but it's cool. We have there's a production crew that they film everything and.
Oh, so you guys post it all?
Yeah.
Is it on YouTube or?
Usually, well, if it's the pro event, like we live stream it, but you have to pay for it.
Okay.
So it's like pay-per-view essentially.
Right.
And then the AMI events, I don't know if we're going to live stream this one on our website or not, but we'll put the whole thing out on YouTube afterwards if we don't.
Yeah.
How many cameras do you have? Like,
Usually we have 2 on the cage and then 1 for like the walkouts in the crowd.
okay.
Yeah.
So there's music walk. It's a whole.
Whole thing.
Huh?
Whole thing, dude. It's just like it's just like a UFC show.
No
Right.
shit.
As far as as the structure of the production goes.
And the cage is inside the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big, right? This place is huge.
Yeah, it's
right?
big, dude.
Bourbon
Yeah, I
Street.
mean, it's right up on the stage, but it's a really cool venue though because like the crowd is like right there. Like they walk out through the crowd.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you buy tickets
Yeah, you gotta buy tickets.
to on a Wednesday night to go
Yep.
in the event? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Even if you're just like there by chance.
No, yeah, but there's a lot of people do that. They're just
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
could
what's
just-
going on there? Buy a ticket.
And we're here. Buy a ticket at the door.
Yeah.
Okay. You won't let them in if they just want to sit there and
No,
drink all
you
night.
gotta pay, dude.
You gotta pay regardless.
Yeah, come on, man.
Fighters got to get paid.
That's right.
Bernie's got to get
The-
paid.
wait,
Can't
the
put these things
fighters
out for free.
The
Yeah.
amateur fighters get paid.
They get a percentage of the ticket sales, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do they have to? They have to sell tickets too, kind of like that.
Well,
deal?
they don't have to, but
But they can sell tickets.
Yeah,
and help
but
promote
it's their
themselves.
commission.
Right,
It's like
exactly.
a sales gig. Yeah. So the more they sell, the more money they make.
Man,
Fucking A.
it's the way of the world, capitalism.
That's right.
Oh man, God, I keep thinking about that GSP when he choked him out. It's so brutal.
Fucking awesome rear naked choke. Hey. Got to train
put 'em
with
to sleep, man.
I mean, it was like when he put it in. I just keep thinking like that was so deep.
But dude, how many times do you think Gordon choked GSP in like
I don't know.
the last couple of
I would
months
love to
training
know.
together? Up to a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'd say
Plenty of
a couple of
times.
times around.
Plenty of
Did
times.
you hear what GSP said then? Like he always set up the structure, and that was all. And then Gord Ryan even posted on his Instagram that they were working that like all that setups.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking
Shit
incredible.
that really works for MMA.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's drop this, and this, and like perfect MMA positions. Like, take the back.
Man, did he choke? I mean, it was so deep.
Deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like deep. It was as deep as you can get.
Yeah, he had
Right
it
away.
before he
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
both
did.
hooks in.
And
He had
Bisping
it.
went out quick.
Yeah.
That was 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That was
But he was. Do you think he was gassing GSP? Did he look? He slowed down definitely.
yeah.
You know.
I
And
mean,
then the
nobody-
punishment he
I'm
took.
sure he was. I mean, he's been out for so long.
Yeah, but the punishment he took from the top, being
Yeah.
in that was incredible.
Yeah.
Those elbows.
Yeah. Bisping did a lot of damage from the bottom.
I mean,
Even Rogan said it.
Yeah.
It's like, GSP's getting his ass beat from the top here, you know?
yeah. How does that happen?
yeah, he did. He did do that. I mean, he took him down, and man, it was bad. Dude.
Yeah.
God,
I enjoyed it.
it's fucking
good times.
incredible. Do you see
Yeah.
the OSP head kick knockout on
No.
Corey? It was brutal.
Yeah, that was a nasty head kick, man.
Nasty.
Was that same night?
It was a prelims.
Oh, was it?
was-
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a head kick, like the third round head kick. Like he was losing that fight.
Yeah.
I think he was loose because Corey was wrestling him, like just taking him down, just holding him against the cage, beating him up. And then this head kick comes out in the third round, and just dropped him unconscious. Didn't even follow up, like walk away, walk off.
The walk-off knockout is the best.
It is.
Mark Hunt has a ton of those.
Yeah. Is he fighting again soon?
I don't know.
He should retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that stuff he was saying in that article, I mean, I don't know.
There's nothing left.
Yeah. I mean,
guys,
hang him up, man. Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much new talent coming up, and I think these old guys being like still in there,
It's hard to let go. I mean, it's such a big part of their identity.
Yeah, and not only that, but they're seeing the money now.
Oh yeah,
like,
now
the pay's coming in.
You can make
like,
real.
Now, like, oh shit, I don't
money.
want to like miss out. If I retire now and it's building up, it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you can actually get paid like a pro athlete,
right?
You know, in like the traditional sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. Fuck, man. I feel bad though. I almost feel bad watching. Like I cringe. I'm like, oh no, don't.
It is hard to watch, man. You're
hit Mark Hunt.
Witnessing someone get brain damage.
Yeah,
but it doesn't bother me for the younger guys for some reason. Like I'm like, oh, they're young. They could kind of handle it.
Yeah.
I don't, and I know it's the fucked up thing in my head that I'm saying that, but it's just like, oh, he's young. He's like, like Whitaker. Like that kid's just young and just. But when you see a GSP get head kick, you're like, oh, GSP, come on, man. Because he's already talking crazy. He's already got something going on in his head.
Oh, for sure. For sure. With all the damage he's taken.
Yeah.
I know, it's almost like a weird psychological thing where you look at the old guys because they didn't really understand what the long-term implications were of all the head trauma.
Right.
The younger guys know. Like they're fully aware, but they're doing it. And I don't know. That doesn't really make a difference, but it does.
Yeah.
Because at least they understand. And maybe they'll retire sooner if they start to have issues. Maybe not, but at least they have that knowledge.
Yeah,
makes some kind of difference.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. This kids these days.
Yeah.
Fucking kids.
Crazy, man.
Bernie's about to have one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you are.
I know. It's crazy.
I like watching. Like I'll be out eating, at lunch or whatever, and I see like people like doing like the Instagram like videos, panorams, and like I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's so bizarre. And then like they're like making faces at their phone, and like nobody's around. And, like I'm like looking at this girl the other day, and she's like doing her Instagram like live video, and then she's like making faces in it, like, and it's a crowded place. And I'm just looking at it, and no one's thinking this is weird. I'm just looking at her. I'm like, this is bizarre. Like she is like just in her phone, looking at it, making funny faces, doing the thing, and then put Instagram away, and then bust open Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then do another whole round of like, while her food is sitting in front of her freezing cold. Yeah. Like not worried about eating her food, just worried about what the place looks like. And I'm just like, this is the world. This is the world we live in now.
Yeah.
Instagram, Snapchat, make sure you get your videos in, make sure you get, and your 300 followers can know what you're doing.
Right. It makes me sick.
It makes me crazy.
Yeah. I'm kind of over a lot of the social media, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'm turning into a grumpy old bastard.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's just
I don't know, dude. I barely post stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody's so negative. It's not a big interest of mine anymore.
I promote the podcast because this is something new coming up, but I'm not sitting there when me and Paul go train and I'm like, okay, Paul, take the photo.
Yeah.
I'm just not
I don't
doing
need to
that.
hear about how your day was, what happened, what you had for lunch, any of that shit. I like funny ass memes.
Yeah.
And I like
dank memes.
Yeah. And I like people sharing stuff like, hey, this person is in need because of blah, blah, like Redzovic's person with Amy's fight or whatever. Use social media to do some good. Hey, donate to this or whatever, or make fucking everybody laugh because that'll actually change their day. You know what I mean?
Or educational, anything educational. I like when I follow a lot of jiu-jitsu, so when they're posting like videos or
share like when you share something, make sure it's scientific and it has facts to back it up, and that can help people's life. When you share like political shit, that's just a fucking opinion.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm just not about the negativity.
Yeah.
Man. I like to see people spreading good vibes, not bad ones. You know, I don't need to see the daily complaints from everybody.
Right.
You know,
It's
come on,
getting
dude.
weird. And I'm just thinking like,
Like this happened to me today, blah, blah. Yeah, dude, we all have horrible shit that happens
Yeah,
to us all fucking
that's
day
life,
long.
man.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You know?
and the problem is that these millennials are going to be taking care of us or me when I'm older. That's scary.
No.
They're not going to care about us. I think they're going to let us go. They're like, 65 and older.
Right.
Hit the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
We're going to get you on a little island. We're going to go over there. Fuck, we're screwed.
Gotta pay your medical bills, Zito. You know?
So, speaking of social media, do you have anything? Any social media right now? Promoting anything?
Well, I mean, not really, man. No. I mean, I really
Does the promotion have a page that people can check out?
You can check out the United Combat League.
Is it United Combat League?
Yeah, the UnitedCombatLeague.com, and we also have a Facebook page. Yes, I should plug that.
Yeah, plug that.
I thought you were asking like me personally, like nah, dude.
Nah.
But yeah, kind of went
But-
over my head there for a second.
No worries.
But check out the United Combat League. We put up a lot of videos of fights and things like that. Some interesting promo stuff.
Oh, cool.
We did like for the last pro show, we did an interesting series of videos with the pros that were fighting on the card, where we sent our guy Ed, who's one of our commentators. And, he actually just went to the gyms and we got some footage of them training, and then they just, they had like a 5-minute conversation, just, what's going on in your life? How's the training going?
I like
and
those.
actually, it turned out, so it was really well done, and they
Right.
turned out really well. I mean, that stuff's always interesting to me. Actually, getting behind the curtain a little bit and seeing where people's heads are at. So stuff like that's up on the website and the Facebook page. It's interesting stuff.
Nice.
Hell yeah. And what about you? Any social media you want
He doesn't
people
have
to follow?
anything. He's got nothing.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
dude.
He doesn't
I don't
post
even
anything anyway.
No,
so.
I barely post anything anymore. I mean, I did have a pretty good Instagram going for a while.
Did you?
Back when I was competing, I was even on the verge of getting some sponsorships, but then when my body crapped out on me,
Right.
that all kind of just went away. But
I
so it goes.
think that for sure. If you have legit sponsors,
Oh yeah, then
for
it
sure
makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
totally.
You have to. I mean, that
'cause you're promoting
That's how
yourself,
you maintain those relationships
Yeah.
and how you have value to sponsors.
Right.
Exactly.
But
totally agree.
if you don't, it's like once that all kind of faded away, I'm like, what the fuck do I need an Instagram for?
Yeah.
I'm not snapping selfies and
Right.
I know. And
whatever.
I was we were both, Paul and I were both going down that road.
Yeah.
What
then-
road? I've never taken a selfie in my life.
No. I'm just saying, doing the Instagram thing, posting stuff, and trying to
Yeah,
remember
you
you were
do.
like, how many followers you got? How many followers? And we were trying to
easy
compete.
to get caught up in
Remember
it.
that?
Hang on.
It's easy to get caught up
First
in
of all,
that
I
for-
wasn't
I mean,
trying
it
to
really
compete.
is.
You was trying to compete with me.
I wanted more followers than Zito because he was so into it. I was just like, I want to give zero effort and have one more follower
Right,
than
right.
you. Just one.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I know.
Yeah.
I was so
I
happy.
just maintain the Grappler Union one.
Right on.
And then obviously the Facebook page, I maintain that one too. So
Yeah.
And then speaking of, we have our youngest listener, Gio, out of Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
8 years old.
What's up, Gio?
What's up, Gio?
in the house.
Yeah.
You can't believe your parents let you listen to
I know.
this.
Oh yeah. Had I known we had an 8-year-old listening,
Yeah.
I could have
I know.
kept my language more family friendly.
I told him, I said, sorry, man, we're R-rated, but whatever. You could learn a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you
Shout
know
out
what?
to Gio.
But it's also kind of Gio, don't swear. You're
Yeah.
too young for that.
Right.
It's not socially acceptable, but people swear, man. It's not like this. It's this
It's the way it
crazy
is.
thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an odd thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't swear at people or, respect your elders type thing.
Of course.
Right.
But, when you're with
Yeah,
the
but
boys.
in conversation, yeah.
Just talking some shit.
People
I
are
just
going to
think
drop some F-bombs.
People who don't swear, I don't trust. I like people who swear. They're a little bit.
I feel the same way about people who don't drink. Now, let me
Paul.
rephrase that. Not people who don't drink, people who never have gotten drunk. I don't trust them.
Okay.
Because in my mind, I'm thinking, what is it that you're hiding? That you're so afraid that's going to come out into the world once you have a couple of drinks.
Right.
You're going to lose control, and that secret is going to come out. What is it? I know you're fucking hiding something. I know something's in there. You know what I mean? Never been drunk. You never had one beer? Not one? Oh, what do we got under there?
Yeah.
That's true.
That's my thing.
Yeah, I can see that, Paul.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, if people that, they've had issues or whatever and they clean themselves up.
Sure.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not going to be like, oh, come on, have a beer. I mean,
Right,
of course
right.
not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but when it's like somebody who's just like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that straight edge. It's a little,
Yeah.
Well, I know you
That's
guys,
the only reason we're friends right now, Zito.
because
You're like, I don't drink. I'm like, never. And you're like, no, I used to. I'm like, okay.
okay.
We can continue.
cool. He's cool.
This conversation can continue.
Well, I know you guys, when we were in Vegas, you met up with him. I stayed in because I was competing, and I was like, and you went out. It was late, and you didn't come back till like, you guys were out all night.
yeah, that was a late night. That was fun.
yeah.
You went deep.
That was fun.
We went bar hopping, casino hopping. Yeah. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anything crazy happened that night?
Not really.
No,
Just
it was all just good, clean
Yeah.
fun. Nothing.
Skinny was there. He was
Yeah.
entertaining the shit out of us. That
Yeah.
dude's funny as hell.
Yeah, I love Skinny, man.
Yeah.
That's my little brother, man.
Tell him I said what's up, and we want him on the podcast next time he's
Okay.
in town, man.
Is he coming back to move out here, or is he always going to be out there?
I see. I
He'll
was
be back. It changes all the time.
Yeah.
He'll be back at some point. Just who knows when.
I don't know what to make of that dude because I'm like, hey man, how's Brazil going? And he's like, Brazil sucks, bro. It fucking
no,
sucks.
he hates. Yeah, he hates.
The training's amazing, but Brazil sucks. And I'm sitting
He's
there
just-
thinking, like,
he's just so
is he
over
like,
it.
Is he
Yeah.
pulling the like, when you go to Utah
Yes.
and you're like, hey, where's the good snowboarding around here? And all the locals are like, oh, go to Park City. It's great. You're gonna love
right.
it. And they're all going to Snow Basin.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
No,
I'm just
it's-
wondering if
no,
Skinny's
trust
doing
me,
that.
dude,
Like, Brazil
it's-
sucks. Don't come here, bro.
Trust me, dude. It's not. I mean, no, Brazil's great, but he's just been there too long.
Oh, okay.
It's just. Well, it's tough, man. You're down there.
Well, when's he coming
nobody-
back? Because, I mean, fuck, especially for you, Zito.
Oh my God!
Brown
he'd be
belt,
great.
world champ.
He's
You're a weight
black,
class.
he's black belt now.
Yeah.
Oh, he got his black
but,
belt?
No, yeah. No, right.
but he won. He won.
I know he
worlds
got
at
his black
brown
belt.
Yeah, he's got his black belt like, I don't know, 3-4 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
Okay, so after we saw him, he got his black belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like little, and he's a fucking world beater.
Yeah, world
Yep.
champ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great, man.
So
That'd be fun. Yeah, I never got to roll with him.
yeah.
Okay. All right, Bernie. Well, thanks for being on, man.
Yeah, let's
been
do it,
fun.
dude. Thanks for having me, man. It was great.
You the man, Bernie.
And congratulations on baby and new home, and
Oh, thanks, man.
hopefully everything works well for the surgery. I know you'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back, man. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? Your little one can listen to this.
I know.
Like 10 years from now, about like daddy talking about her not even existing yet.
Her or him?
I'm throwing it out there.
Oh, you're
I'm
going her.
with a she.
Oh, wow.
Could be. Everybody's saying it's going to be a girl. Maybe it is. I don't know.
And they're not going to find out. They're going to wait.
Yeah,
the whole,
we'll just
the whole
know.
9 months.
Yep.
It's awesome. That's so good. I don't think I could do it personally. If I was going to have it, I think I'd have to know. Because I'm just that type of guy.
That's a dude thing. It's definitely a guy thing.
For
You
sure.
Try and
We got it.
plan for everything.
Yeah, of course. I just
All right.
know.
Let's get the fuck out of
All
here.
right, guys.
All right. We'll see you.
Great being on. Thank you.
Bye.
Peace. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about Grappler Union Podcast, you could visit us at our website at grapplerunion.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Grappler Union. Please like us on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And all of our episodes are available on our YouTube channel. Say what?
Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to all that shit. You got to do another take, right?
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Biotropic Labs. Biotropic Labs is a company that makes its own natural and healthy custom formulated sports supplements. I tried them out. Paul has also tried them. We both like how we feel on them. It dramatically and positively improved our performance, allowing us to train and work out at a much higher level and with much more endurance. His products are built around a blood support and oxygen delivery. To learn more about their products, please visit them on the web at biotropiclabs.com. At checkout, use the promo code UNION10 to receive 10% off your order. Your order is also backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, zero-risk purchase. Again, that's biotropiclabs.com. Use the promo code UNION10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order.
This episode of the Grappler Union podcast is brought to you by BJJ Tees. Go to bjjtees.com, enter the promo code Grappler Union, and save 10% off all your jiu-jitsu apparel. Go to bjjtees.com today.
This episode of the podcast is also brought to you by Strychnine Jiu-Jitsu, makers of vintage-inspired tees, hoodies, and rash guards. Go to strychnine.co, that's STRYCH9.co, and use the promo code UNION at checkout to receive 20% off your online order.